can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Come in.
Mr. Grant, I need your approval on these. Mr. Grant, you don't usually drink before the show.
This is Irish coffee.
Come on. There's no coffee in there. There's no whipped cream. It's not Irish whiskey. It's Scotch.
Well, that's the last time I'll ever get a recipe from that bartender.
Why are you drinking?
This is medicinal. I think my glands are swollen. Feel them.
Oh.
Excuse me.
You know, I think they are swollen.
It's probably nothing. I was with my grandson the other day, and he has the mumps, and I never had them. And you know what's going to happen when a grown man gets the mumps? I mean, it can affect his ability. I mean, he can become...
Yeah, right.
I mean, he can still...
Yeah, I know.
How do you know?
Reader's Digest. You know, you really ought to see a doctor.
Yeah, well, I made an appointment, but now I'm not sure I really want to go. They got this new guy filling in for my regular doctor.
So what's the difference?
Well, my old doctor knows me. Took me 20 years to break him in. He doesn't tell me to lose weight. He doesn't tell me to exercise. He doesn't tell me to cut down on my drinking. He's a good doctor.
Mr. Grant, come on, none of that matters. You really have to go to a doctor. Because if a man gets the mumps, you know, he can become...
I know.
Very much.
I know.
I'm telling you, she was holding him like this.
Ted, please. It's been a lovely evening. Don't spoil it.
Mr. Grant, don't you worry about the show. I'll handle everything. You just get to the doctor.
Doctor?
Oh, Mr. Grant thinks he might have the mumps.
Oh, that's why you're feeling up Lou's throat.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow, I hope.
What's Lou so worried about? He'll be fine. And even if he does have the mumps, so what? Who cares if you're out of gas and you never take the car out of the garage anyway?
Excuse me. I'd like to talk to whoever's in charge of the news.
Oh, he just left. But I'm his associate producer. Can I help you?
I think so. It is rather important. I wonder, could we discuss it in private?
Well, sure. Yes, we can go right in here.
Well, I guess I better go down to the studio. You know, it's a funny thing. I've been doing the news for 8 years now, and I still feel as nervous and as petrified as I was opening night. Of course, I'm perfect once I'm on. Right before I feel a little sick to my stomach.
That's funny. I don't feel that way till after you're on the air.
Consists of equal opportunities for all unskilled
Thank you.
laborers.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how to thank you, except to say that I've already said that.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you.
I haven't heard that many thank yous since my honeymoon. And they were all mine.
How much time do we have left on the air?
12 minutes.
Okay, read this. I just typed it up. This could be the biggest exclusive WJM ever had.
Hey, this is dynamite.
Uh-huh.
And $500,000 in graft?
Yes, and we've got the documents right here to prove it. That man is a bookkeeper for one of the companies involved.
Well, look, the grand jury's on this case. Why doesn't he go see them?
Because he's afraid of losing his job.
Oh.
Murray, do you think we should put it on the air tonight?
You bet. It's terrific.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it came from a really good source. I'm going to get it to Ted right now.
Yeah. From the horse's mouth to the horse's...
Murray!
And this note for pretty Twin Cities Collins. The Chamber of Commerce announces they're beginning to take applications for the Queen of the Winter Carnival. So all you pink-nosed little snow bunnies... Mary, can't you see I'm doing the news? Read it. All right.
Out loud!
WJM has learned exclusively that at least $1.5 million in graft was paid out in connection with the US 721 highway project. Furthermore, WJM has in its possession documented proof of these charges, which will be handed over to the federal grand jury investigating this matter. Now back to the real news. I was saying,
Can you tell us how you first came into possession of these rather startling documents?
oh, yes, it's my job. I'm a newsman. And I sniff around and I smell a story and I scratch and I dig till I find a bone of truth.
Next week, we're going to teach them to roll over and play dead.
Mary, could you tell me where the latest...
Oh, say, Lou, come on over here. Guys, I want you to meet the producer of the 6 o'clock news, Lou Grant. Now, wait a second. You guys have the mumps when you were kids?
Ted, I don't have the mumps. It's just a stupid little sore throat.
Well, it's just too bad. You couldn't be here last night when you had that stupid little sore throat while we were busy scooping the free world. Couldn't have done it without you, Lou. Even though we did do it without you. All right, that's all. Listen, while we're passing out the kudos, I want to introduce you to Mary Richards and Murray Slaughter. That's them over there. That's Mary and that's Murray. Well, Ted, I think we have everything. Well, it's always nice to talk to fellow newsmen.
Thanks for the interview, Baxter.
And fellow news chicks. Well, I think I handled that rather well, don't you?
Excuse me, Mr. Baxter.
Oh, well, it all started at a small 5,000-watt radio station in Fresno, California.
I'm not a reporter, Mr. Baxter. I'm Special Agent Harrison with the Department of Justice.
Oh, well, you came here to pick up those documents I uncovered? Mary, this gentleman is here to pick up those documents.
Yeah, I have them right here. Here you are.
Here you are.
Thank you. First, I'd like to ask a few questions.
Shoot.
Just tell me who gave you these documents.
Well, sure, those documents...
Hold it. Ted, you don't have to answer that question. You're a newsman.
All right. I'm a newsman. I don't have to answer that question.
Okay, you don't have to tell me, but then you're going to have to tell the grand jury. Here's a subpoena ordering you to appear tomorrow.
Ted, the First Amendment guarantees the freedom of the press. You don't ever have to reveal your source, even to a grand jury.
Right. I don't have to ever reveal my source, even to a grand jury.
True, but you can go to jail if you don't.
Ted.
Shut up, Lou.
Give me a break, copper.
I don't know who the source is. I only work here. I mean, I stand in front of the camera and I read whatever they put in front of me. Half the time, I don't even know what it means.
And who was it here that did receive the documents?
She did.
May I?
Yeah, sure.
Mary, remember, you're a newsman. You don't have to reveal your source.
Well, Harrison, we're going to need another subpoena for Miss,
Look, here's the thing. You see, the person who gave me the documents asked me to keep it a secret. You know, so giving me a subpoena isn't going to do any good because you can't tell a secret, right? I mean, a secret's a secret. It's Richards, Mary Richards.
Hi, guys.
Where's Mary?
Hey, you didn't leave her, did you? Oh, she's coming in her own car.
What happened when she testified?
Oh, I don't know. We testified separately. I gotta tell you guys, it's a great experience appearing before a federal grand jury. First, they take you into this waiting room where they bring you coffee if you want it.
What about Mary?
Oh, she didn't want any. And since we hadn't testified till lunch, well, they took us across the street to this restaurant where I had the best prime ribs of my life, Lou.
That lawyer the station was going to send, did he get there?
Oh, yeah.
Well, was he any help?
He's the one who told me to have the prime ribs. And then I went back and testified. They asked me what my name was and what I did.
And what'd you tell them?
I told them I was the best darn newsman in all of America.
You didn't.
I had to. I was under oath. And then they just asked me where I got the documents. I said Mary gave them to me, and they thanked me. And to top it, Lou, they give you $20 and 10 cents a mile transportation. I socked them for 800 miles. They didn't even bat an eye. Sort of gives a guy faith in the whole system of American justice.
Oh, Mary, hey, what happened? Tell us.
Well, it's hard to know where to start.
From the beginning. Start from the beginning.
Well, I got there, and they asked me who gave me the documents, and I told them I couldn't tell them that. And then they took me to this judge's office, and he asked me why I wouldn't tell, and I said that as a newsman, I just felt I couldn't reveal a source.
Well, what did the judge say?
Well, he was a very nice man.
Yeah?
He said he respected my opinion, and that if he had a daughter, he'd like her to be just like me.
Oh. Did he say anything else?
Yeah? He said that if I didn't change my mind by Monday, he's sending me to jail.
Oh, Mary, honey. Can I ask you a question? Did anybody say anything about my mileage?
No, she's still sticking to it, Sue Ann. They had another hearing, and if she doesn't tell them by tonight, they're going to come and arrest her.
Poor dear Mary. But I understand. I know what it's like to take a stand for a principle. I remember when a sponsor came to me demanding that I incorporate their product in my Thanksgiving special. They cajoled me, they intimidated me, they threatened me. But I took a firm stand on the principle of artistic integrity and told them to take their frozen giblets and ran them right up their nose.
Hi.
Mary, dear. Dear, I want you to know, when you get out, if you get out, I will be right here to help you find your way back into decent society.
Thanks, Sue Ann. That makes me feel a lot better.
Whom are you spending your last evening of freedom with?
No one.
Well, I won't allow it.
No, Sue Ann.
Plenty of time for solitary when they throw you in the hole. Now, would you like me to come over there alone, or would you like more of your friends?
Friends, more friends. Many.
Wonderful idea, Mary. We'll make it a party. Now, you leave everything to me. We'll have a prison motif. We'll serve our drinks in little tin cups, and everyone can bang them on the table. Oh, this is going to be so
Come in.
Could I see you for a minute? Mr. Grant, if I don't change my mind and tell them what they want to know, I'm going to jail tonight. And I just wish I could be sure I'm doing the right thing.
Mary, I can't tell you what to do. I can only tell you what I think. I think it's a reporter's job to inform the people. But if a reporter can be forced to reveal his confidential sources of information, he can't do that job because his sources will dry up. And pretty soon there won't be any information worth printing. The whole concept of freedom of the press will be destroyed. And with it, democracy, as you and I know it and cherish it. But don't let that influence you.
Well, I'll just have to go to jail, that's all. It's the right thing. It's the honorable thing. It's the only thing. There's just one problem. I don't want to go to jail. I'm afraid to go to jail. I've never been to jail, Mr. Grant. I never even had to stay after school.
Mary?
No, thanks, Sue Ann.
Mary.
Yeah.
Gee, Sue Ann, it sure was a good idea having this party to cheer Mary up.
I know.
Well, I guess I better pack my things.
Mary, do you need any help?
Oh, no, thanks, Georgette. I'm just gonna take a toothbrush. I understand they supply the rest.
Mary, dear, I don't like to criticize you at a time like this, but everyone is taking their cue from you. Now, if you don't have a good time, no one else will. So, hold your head up, put a smile on your face, and don't be such a drag.
I'll see what I can do.
Murray, how long are they going to keep Mary in jail?
Well, until she tells them what they want to know.
And when is she going to tell them what they want to know?
She's never going to tell them.
Oh, maybe she should take another toothbrush.
Well, I'm all ready to go.
Mary.
All ready to go.
That's the spirit. Now, come on, people. We came here to cheer Mary up. Let's have some fun. What'll we do?
Oh, I know what Ted could do with impressions.
No, I don't want to do my impressions.
Come on, Ted.
Well, all right, if everybody insists. You gotta guess who this is. All right, you dirty rats. Wait, there's more. I'm not going to eat this slop. Mm-hmm. I'm busting out of here. Mm-hmm. Who is that?
Sue Ann's first husband?
Bald people are always so jolly.
So,
Hello, Miss Richards.
Mr. Harrison.
This is Mrs. Langdon.
Hello. Well, I'm all ready.
It's all right. Take your time.
What prison will you be taking her to?
Well, for tonight, she'll be kept at the county jail downtown.
Well, shall we go?
Sorry, but we're going to have to put these on.
Handcuffs?
Sorry, but it's procedure.
Yeah, that's a good idea. She might decide to overpower you.
Well. Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye, Mary. And don't worry about your plants. I'll come and water them and talk to them every day. But I won't tell them where you are. I'll make something.
Goodbye.
Well, you know how I feel.
Mary? Hey, I got you these cigarettes. Take them.
Well, Ted, I don't smoke.
I know, but you gotta have them to bribe the screws. No offense.
We're going to get you out.
I know.
We're going to fight this thing, and we're going to win it. Look out for yourself.
I will.
Right in here?
Are you sure I couldn't have my overnight bag?
Sorry.
It's just that it had my toothbrush and toothpaste in it. I just hate to wake up in the morning without brushing my teeth. You know that taste in your mouth when you first wake up? I know it's funny, but ever since I was a little girl, I just couldn't do anything until I brushed my teeth. So, I guess we're gonna be roomies. My name's Mary Richards.
Hi, I'm Sandra Dee, and this is Annette Funicello.
She's Sherry, I'm Kim. Oh. So, what are you in here for?
Oh, I fell in love with a cop.
How about you?
Yeah, what'd they get you for? Impersonating a Barbie doll. Oh, well, okay. I think I'm going to sleep. Which bunk do you want?
Oh, I don't care where I sleep.
I know. That's why you're here.
Well, listen, I'll take the top bunk. I don't mind. Really, I don't. I don't mind. It's my first time in prison.
Oh, yeah? You could have fooled us.
But what I mean is you'll have to excuse me for talking so much. It's just that when I get nervous, I tend to babble on. So, I'm sorry if I'm bothering you. If you want me to stop, just, let me know. Because otherwise I'll just, keep right on talking. It's kind of a silly thing, but, it's just this way I have of unwinding. So, good night.
What's the matter? Don't you like your breakfast?
Oh, no, it's not that. It's just, until I brush my teeth in the morning, I don't feel like doing anything. I know it sounds silly.
What did you say your name was?
Oh, Mary.
Mary. I know. You're probably not a bad kid, and this must be a very trying experience for you. But if you mention your toothbrush one more time, I'm gonna spit up. Right in here? I've seen some tough-looking chicks in here, but this one takes the cake.
Mr. Grant.
Hey, Mary.
They told me I couldn't have visitors.
Hey, Mary, I haven't been a newsman for 30 years. I've known how to pull a few strings.
Oh, this is Kim and Sherry.
It's okay, it's okay. Would you ladies excuse us for a second?
Oh, certainly. Come on, let's go over to your place.
So, what you been doing?
Oh, nothing much.
Yeah. Listen, Mary. I've been thinking it over. And you've got to tell them what they want to know.
What?
Yeah, listen, there are a lot of people out there, a lot of people who believe that a reporter has no more right than anybody else to withhold evidence.
Is that what you believe?
Yes. Now I do. Yes, yes, yes. Mary, I want you to reveal your source.
Okay, you look me in the eye and say that.
Mary, I want you to reveal your source.
You're looking me in the nose.
Look, it's not what I believe in anymore that's important. It's you. You're in jail. You're in jail. I just can't take it. I can't handle it anymore.
Mr. Grant, everything's gonna be all right.
Sure, that's easy for you to say.
But my lawyer's already working on the appeal. I'll be out on bail in a few days. I mean, they can't keep me in here forever. What, a day, a couple, maybe a week? That's all.
I just wish I hadn't talked you into this.
Oh, but you didn't. Mr. Grant, I didn't come to see you to find out what you had to say. I already knew what you had to say, and I needed to hear it.
You want to look me in the nose and say that?
Really?
I feel just like I feel when one of my daughters makes me proud. I could...
What?
Nothing.
No, come on, you were going to say something. What?
Hug you. I'm not a hugger.
Listen, I don't get it. You work for a news show and you wouldn't say who gave you a story, and that's why you're here?
Yes.
In other words, they put you in jail just for doing your job?
Yep, that's right.
Same as us.
Well, goodbye.
Yeah, kid, it was nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
I will, you too.
cake and we'll put a toothbrush in it. Don't worry about her. She'll be all right. I just heard her lawyer's posted bail. She'll probably be out of here in 3 or 4 hours.
3 or 4 hours? Oh, we'll probably be back by then.
Chairs. Lars's Uncle Gustav is here from Sweden. I have the whole family in my living room for dinner.
Yeah, sure. Take what you want.
Got this incredible headache. Everybody's talking Swedish down there. It's like an Ingmar Bergman movie without subtitles. Any moment, I expect death to walk in and challenge one of us to a game of checkers.
You know, Uncle Gustav's really a lot of fun. Yesterday, we took him to McDonald's for lunch. He was so thrilled. He didn't know we had him in America, too.
Well, I hope I get a chance to meet him.
Well, you can come down and have dinner with us now. You can borrow a chair from somebody.
No. Thank you. It's Ted's birthday, and we're going to a party at the Red Lantern.
Who are you going with? Anybody I know?
No, I just met him today. Oh? Yeah, I was in the sports department buying Ted's birthday present, and he was there. He's a ski instructor, and we got to talking, and then he bought me a cup of coffee.
Mary, you let a strange man pick you up?
Phyllis. He's silly. I wouldn't let a man pick me up. I picked him up.
Why on earth you'd want to go out with a man you know nothing about?
Hello.
Oh.
Is this Miss Richards' apartment?
Oh.
Hi, Paul. I'll be right out.
She's almost ready. I'm Bess Lindstrom, Mary's neighbor. This is my mother, Phyllis Lindstrom.
How do you do? I'm Paul Van Dillen.
Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Hi.
You all met?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Have a good time.
Thank you. Nice meeting you both.
Oh.
Man, was he good looking.
Oh, did you think so?
Hi, Sue Ann.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
It's a book. I hope you don't already have it.
Don't worry. If it's a book, he doesn't have it. Can I get you a drink, Sue?
Oh, I'd love it.
Happy birthday, Ted.
Oh, Lou. You shouldn't have.
Ted, it's just a scar.
Well, still, I mean, it was just the idea that you went to the time and trouble to pick something out for me.
No, I didn't pick it out. I sent some kid from the office.
Well, okay, but you were the one that paid for it.
No, I charged it to the station.
Yeah, but still, you were the one that really wanted to give me a present.
Well, not really. Mary talked me into it.
What the heck was the thought that counted?
Oh, there's Mary.
Oh, hi, Sue Ann. Sue Ann Nibbins, I'd like you to meet Paul Van Dillen.
How are you?
Hello. Oh, Mary, what a lovely dress.
Thank you.
Has it started to rain yet? They said it would.
No, not yet. No.
Oh, well, let's hope it doesn't.
Right.
Oh, you'll have to excuse me. I promised Georgette that I would select the wine for dinner.
Oh, sure.
Oh, incidentally, Mr. Van Dillen, you are the most gorgeous hunk of flesh I have ever seen.
Oh, there's my boss. I want you to meet him. Lou Grant and Murray Slaughter, I'd like you to meet Paul Van Dillen.
How do you do?
How do you, Paul?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you. All right.
Oh, and Ted Baxter, Paul Van Dillen. Happy birthday, Ted.
Thanks, Mayor. Boy, I bet you have to beat him off with a stick.
Happy birthday.
Thanks for coming, Paul. Boy, I'd give my right arm to have dimples like yours.
Oh, look, there's Georgette. Paul, I want you to meet Georgette.
Excuse me.
I wonder what she sees in him.
Well, he's a pretty good-looking guy. You know, in a cheap sort of way.
I wouldn't have figured he was Mary's type.
No, in what way?
Oh, I figure she likes guys with more character, more intelligence.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
What makes you believe a guy that's handsome can't have brains and character, too?
Because if we didn't believe it, I don't think we could go on living.
Say, Lou, do you think he's better looking than I am?
I'm not going to answer that, Fred.
Come on, Lou. Just say you don't know me. You saw us two together for the first time. Would you say he's better looking?
Do you have to know now, or can I wait till after the swimsuit competition?
So I just go wherever the snow is.
Have you lived in Minneapolis long, Paul?
No, I just moved here a few weeks ago.
And how do you like our weather? Is it cold enough for you?
Oh, it's more than cold enough for me.
Doesn't he have a wonderful sense of humor, Savannah?
No, but who cares?
Hi.
Hiya. Oh, thank you, Phil.
I'll bring the other two back tomorrow after Uncle Gustav goes back to Sweden.
Oh, gee, I still haven't met him. Is he having a nice visit?
Oh, yes. I think he's a little homesick, though. Last night when he was watching television, he started to cry during the Volvo commercial. There's a little wine stain on one of them, but you can't see it.
Oh, yeah, right there on that one.
Oh, yeah. See? You can't even see it.
Right, especially when you're sitting on it, then you wouldn't
Well,
see
you
it.
can turn the cushion over.
Well, either way, sure.
Oh, something smells delicious. What is it?
It's a Moroccan recipe. Sue Ann gave it to me. It's made with lamb and olive oil and spices and grains. And I forgot what they call it. I mean, what did she call it?
Must be for somebody very special.
Yeah, it is, for Paul. You met him the other night.
Paul?
You mean that Paul?
Mary, you're seeing him again.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the first time since Ted's birthday party?
No, as a matter of fact, I've seen him, well, every night this week.
You don't say. How surprising.
Why is it surprising?
Well, it doesn't seem like you, Mary.
What doesn't seem like me?
Well, that you would strike up a relationship solely on the basis of a physical attraction.
Phyllis, come on. What makes you think that our relationship, if there is indeed a relationship, is based solely on physical attraction?
Mary, be honest. Would you feel the same way about Paul if he were balding, overweight, and bow-legged?
Phyllis, that is so dumb. If he were that, he wouldn't be Paul.
Well, I would feel the same way about Lars if he were balding, overweight, and bow-legged.
Phyllis, Lars is balding, overweight, and
Well, that's my point, exactly. Don't misunderstand me, Mary. There's no need to be ashamed of what you feel. It's only natural. You see a beautiful flower, you want to pick it. You hear a beautiful song, you want to dance to it. You see a beautiful stream, you want to wade in it. You see a beautiful man, you want to...
Couscous.
Couscous?
Yeah, that's the name of the Moroccan dish I'm making.
Oh, Mary. Dear, funny Mary. You know, Mary, you're not the first woman to feel this way. I remember when Lars asked me to marry him, I went to Paris to think it over. At the time, it seemed like an important decision. Anyway, on the plane, seated next to me, was the most fantastic-looking man I have ever seen in my life. I can't tell you how beautiful this man was. And as I was sitting there, I asked myself this purely hypothetical question. What would I do if I had to choose between marriage to Lars, a man I respect and admire, or a sleazy affair with this total stranger? I looked deep into my soul. And you know something, Mary? I didn't know the answer. Isn't that incredible? Fortunately, I was spared the decision when I called his hotel room and he wasn't there. Phyllis, this isn't like that at all. I am not seeing Paul just because he's a good-looking man. I mean, it just so happens we have a great deal in common.
Mary! How could you have anything in common? He's a ski instructor, and you hate skiing.
That's not true. I do not hate skiing. All right, I only went once. And okay, I didn't have a particularly wonderful time, but I certainly didn't hate it.
Well, why didn't you go again?
Because I knew if I went again, I would hate it. Anyway, come on, there's a lot more to life than skiing. For heaven's sake, there's music, theater, there's books.
Hi.
Hi. Read any good books lately?
You remember Phyllis.
Of course.
I'll get you a drink.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. How's your daughter?
Daughter?
The young lady I met, wasn't she your...
Oh, that daughter. Beth. I married very young, you know.
Phyllis, do you want anything?
Oh, yes. But a fat lot of good it'll do me.
Goodbye, Mary.
Bye.
Goodbye, Paul.
Goodbye, Phyllis. Thank you.
Dinner will be ready in a little while.
Good.
You like lamb?
Terrific. I love lamb.
Good. Lamb. You know, it's funny, Paul. We've known each other, for over a week, and I still don't know what food you like or hardly anything about you.
What would you like to know?
Well, when you're not teaching skiing, what do you do?
When I'm not teaching skiing. I guess I'm skiing.
Well, no, I mean, you can't ski all the time.
Oh, sure you can. Even when it's summer here, there's snow somewhere else. There's New Zealand, Chile.
Oh, well, no, I guess what I'm really trying to find out is what you do in your spare time. All right, see, somebody was asking me what you and I had in common, and, well, I know it sounds silly, but, you know, I didn't know how to answer. And, I mean, I know you and I must have a lot in common, you know, otherwise you and I couldn't, you know, like each other as much as, you know, we so obviously do. And that's why I was, you know, trying to find out what, you know, what I like, you know, that could be like a common... Do you like movies?
I love movies.
What's your favorite movie?
Downhill Racer. What's your favorite?
Oh, yeah, I guess Gone with the Wind.
I don't think I know that one.
Say, Murray, did Mary arrange for the new pictures for my fan club?
No, she didn't get a chance to, Ted.
Gee, I'm not sure how to pose this time. Hey, Murray, what sort of picture would you like to see of me?
How about a chalk outline on the floor? Well, listen, Ted, Mary was arranging for your pictures, but that guy, Paul, you know, the one at the party, he came by and they went to lunch.
Say, Murray, what do you think of him?
I like him. He seems like a nice guy.
No, there's one thing about that Paul guy that I didn't like.
Huh?
He was conceited about his looks. I mean, I'm a terrific-looking guy, too, but I don't make a big thing of it. I'm handsome, that's it, I accept it. Something I was born with. I mean, just because I'm handsome and you're not doesn't make me a better person than you, does it? It's a fact of life. I can't take the credit for my good looks. If anybody deserves the credit, it's the man upstairs. He's the one who made me what I am.
Must have been during the war when he had trouble getting parts. Hiya, Mayor.
Hi. Well, thanks for lunch.
Oh, sure. How about dinner tonight?
Oh, well, I'm not sure, but I think I'm gonna have to work late tonight.
Hey, Mary, it's a very light news day. If anything happens, I can cover for you.
Oh, terrific. Then I can have dinner.
Oh, great. I'll see you around 8 then.
Okay.
Mary, when you get a chance, could you come into my office?
Sure.
Can I see you again, Paul?
Bye. So long, Mary.
I'll see you, Paul. Hey, look, I'm sorry about opening my big mouth before. You were trying to get out of that dinner date, weren't you?
Yeah, but that's okay.
Mary, I thought you liked him.
Yeah, I do. And that's the problem. I don't know why. Or maybe that's the problem. I know why. You want to see me?
Oh, yeah. Sit down, Mary. Mary, I don't want you to think I'm butting into your personal life, nor do I want you to resent what I'm about to say.
Well, Mr. Grant,
I don't want you to say anything yet. I just want you to hear me out. Agreed?
Okay.
Okay. Now, we've known each other a long time, right?
Right.
Please, you said you weren't going to say anything.
Sorry.
Now, Mary, be honest. If you saw me throwing my life away on some cheap, tawdry bimbo, you'd say something, wouldn't you?
Well,
Well, that's exactly how I feel about you and this guy, Paul.
Well, Mr.
Mary, you know what you're getting involved with? A commercial for the dry look. I hate to tell you this, but he's prettier than you are. I am sorry, but I can't see you making a fool of yourself like this. Mary, Paul is not what you'd call a Renaissance man. I spent 20 minutes at Ted's party teaching him how to work the cheese dip. All right, that's an exaggeration. But face it, there can't be anything between you and this man but a physical attraction. Mary, he is not for you. Okay, now you can say what you want to say.
Well, Mr. Grant, all I want to say is this. That you have no right butting into my personal life. And I resent very much every single thing you have said. And another thing, you're probably right.
All chairs present and accounted for.
Thank you, Phyllis.
You know, Mary, I love Uncle Gustav, but I can't say I'm sorry to see him go. You don't know what it's like having 10 people in your living room night after night talking about you in Swedish.
Phyllis, if you don't understand Swedish, how do you know they're all talking about you?
Mary, you don't have to understand Swedish when someone stares at you, shakes his head, and says, "Gott helfen Lars." So, what time are you meeting for?
About 8.
Maybe sometime the 4 of us could all go to dinner together, Mary. You and Lars and me and Paul. I mean, me and Lars and you and Paul.
No, I don't think so, Phil.
Oh?
Well, I don't think I'm going to be seeing Paul after tonight.
Mary. Oh, poor, dear, sweet Mary. How could he do that to you?
Phyllis.
Well, I say you're well rid of him. In fact, the first time I ever laid eyes on him, I said, there goes the most superficial, egotistical...
Phyllis, he is not breaking up with me. I am breaking up with him.
A gorgeous man like that? Are you out of your mind?
Look, it's like what you said the other night. I suddenly realized that Paul and I really don't have a lot in common, and that the only reason I was attracted to him was because he's so attractive.
Well, what's wrong with that? I mean, excuse me for saying this, Aunt Mary, but I think you're making a big mistake. So what if you just go out with him because he's attractive? Men go out with women just because they're attractive. Nobody seems to think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, for thousands of years, men have been using us women, and I think it's about time we started using them back. On the other hand, we just use them the way they use us? We're really no better than they are.
Who wants to be better than they are? No, Bess is right. I've got to tell Paul it's over, and I've got to do it tonight.
Why?
Oh. You know, Bess, what you just said now was very perceptive, very wise, very profound. Reminds me of something your grandmother always says.
What's that?
I understand the food here is excellent.
Oh, it's the best in Minneapolis. The service is really slow. Every time I've been here, it's just taken forever
Would you like
to get
to order a cocktail, sir?
waited on.
Cocktail?
Yes, a gin and tonic.
The lady will have a gin and tonic, and I'll have a Scotch sour.
Straight up or on the rocks?
Straight up.
Any particular kind of scotch?
Any Scotch.
Sweet or tart?
Medium's fine.
Medium it is.
That's really unusual, because the last time I was here, it must have taken at least a half an hour to get...
Excuse me, sir. Would you care to order your drinks now?
Waited on.
Sorry.
Miss, could I,
You know, I'm really glad that we're having dinner together tonight, because there's something I wanted to tell you. I mean, I wanted to tell you at lunch, and then...
Here we are. You want to taste that Scotch sour and see if it's all right? I told the bartender medium.
It's fine.
Not too medium?
No, really, it's fine.
And my gin and tonic is fine, too, except that it seems to be a screwdriver.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have picked up the wrong drink. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Miss? Excuse me. When the waitress comes back, could you order me a martini? Very dry with 2 olives.
Sure. Oh, could I have a martini, very dry with 2 olives?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Well, no, that's all right. I didn't want to drink anyway.
All right. Now, what were you saying?
Well, Paul, what I'm trying to say is I think that there is a problem with our relationship.
You do? Why?
Because, Paul, I'm bored whenever you talk about skiing. And I know that you're bored whenever I talk about anything else.
Well, why don't we just avoid those 2 subjects?
Okay, what would you say if I told you that the reason I'm going out with you is because of your looks?
What's wrong with that? That's why I'm going out with you.
Really? But, Paul, if that's the reason you're going out with me, doesn't that make our relationship pretty superficial?
Superficial? No. I like you, Mary. And if you really like someone, how can the relationship be superficial?
Hey, you know something? I like you, too.
Then what is the problem?
Damned if I know.
To us?
Yes. Thank you very much.
And you only had the 1 lesson?
Oh, you don't want to hear about this.
Yes, I do. Come on.
Well, okay, it was a ski resort just outside the city, and well, it was a group lesson. It was me, 6-year-old twins, and a nun. Well, the nun wasn't dressed like a nun, but well, the twins were dressed like twins. You don't want to hear this.
Yes, I do. Come on.
Well, after the ski instructor gave us the fundamentals, he had us go over to the hill, and well, it wasn't really a hill. They called it the Donald Duck slope. It was... Anyway, the twins went right down. It did fine, and the nun did terrific too. And then it was my turn. And boy, I will never forget looking down and seeing the 3 of them down there at the bottom of the hill cheering me on. So I started, and I got about 2 feet down, and then I panicked, and I stumbled, and I just kind of rolled down the hill. And there was the ski instructor just shaking his head, and the twins were snickering. The only one who was nice to me was the nun. She came over and picked me up asked me if I thought I really had the calling. Kidding. Anyway, that was my first ski experience.
Well, maybe you had the wrong instructor.
Maybe.
You ready to order dessert?
Yes, I'm going to have cheesecake and coffee.
I'll have the same.
Did you want the cheesecake and coffee or caramel custard? They also
No,
have assorted
maybe
pastries.
just some Jell-O.
Yeah, I guess maybe just some Jell-O. Do you want that with cream or without?
Without.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
School bond issue is almost certain to pass. In the runoff election between Henderson and McCullough, the next few hours will tell the story. It's up to the voters now.
Well, that's the last item, and we still have 30 seconds.
Oh, no. You mean Ted's going to have to ad lib?
As a reporter, I'm supposed to remain neutral. I'm supposed to have an opinion, but since we do have a few moments, let me just say this. You're crazy if you don't all vote for Henderson.
Sir.
Understand I'm not taking sides, but just between you and me and the lamppost, I hear that McCullough is a pretty shady character. This is Ted Baxter saying good night and good news.
That is the most unprofessional thing Ted has ever done.
You know, I think we all need a long vacation.
You're right. Well, I've got a week coming. What can you do in a week?
Well, outside of creating the world and resting, nothing.
Can you believe it? Endorsing one candidate and libeling the other on the air?
What happened in there?
I just threw Ted out of the studio.
Threw him out? You mean you fired him?
No, I mean I grabbed him and threw him through the door.
Mr. Grant, how could you do that?
I know, I feel terrible. Just the slightest change in trajectory, I could have thrown him out the window.
You know, I think he means it. I think he really did that.
Well, probably. Well, so what?
Well, Murray, it's just a thought of physical violence. I don't believe in it.
Yeah, but that's Lou's nature. He's a hawk, you're a dove, Ted's a cuckoo.
Murray! A joke.
I'm sorry. Hey, Mayor, what's the matter?
Well, it's just the thought of someone being physically injured. I just don't like it. I never have. It's bothered me since I was a kid. A girl I know broke her leg, and I had to go tell her mother. And Murray, I began to stammer for 10 minutes. All I could do was stammer at her. I mean, there she was, and then there I was, and she and
steady, man, steady.
Somebody ought to go in there and tell him he can't go around throwing people through doors.
Well, I'd love to do it, Mayor, but I'm afraid he'd throw me through the door.
Mr. Grant, I know that your conduct is none of my business.
None.
And I know that you're very angry.
No, I'm not, Mary. No, that's all over and done with. Once I saw Ted smash through that door, waving both arms and screaming, a kind of inner peace descended on my soul.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Never bear a grudge, Mary. If you're steamed, do something about it. And afterwards, it's forgiven and forgotten. See?
No, I don't. Physical violence never settles anything.
Physical violence has settled every war in history, all football games, most prize fights, and several marriages I can think of.
Well, that's not the point. I am talking about you.
All right, Mary, talk about me.
Mr. Grant, you're one of the nicest people I know. You're good and you're fair, and we all respect you, but you've got this violent streak in you, and it scares people. I mean, it even scares me.
Oh, come on, Mary. I'd never belt you.
Mr. Grant, you have a very bad temper, and one of these days you're going to hurt somebody.
I didn't hurt Ted. I barely touched him.
Smash through that door, waving both arms and screaming?
I just made that up. I talk tough, Mary, but I don't hurt people. Come in. Ted!
Don't touch me! I don't think I can come into work tomorrow. I can't move my head.
Oh, Ted, I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, it's not your fault, Lou. It happened after you threw me. I skidded into the cigarette machine.
Well, they told you it was hazardous to your health.
Yeah, your whole,
I've got to get you a doctor.
No, forget the doctor. You're going to the hospital. Here, come on. Oh. Lean on me, and I'll help you down to my car.
Oh, I didn't think I'd make it to the car, Lou. That's too far.
All right, don't worry. I'll carry you to my car.
Lou.
Huh?
Be gentle.
Yes.
Mr. Grant, you can't.
What do you mean I can't carry you?
It's too heavy for you.
Right, here. Hey, use this table.
That'll just make me heavier.
It's got wheels.
Oh. Lou, Mary, tell the gang I said my last words were, I want the news to go on.
So, how are you feeling? Is it hurt?
You know the old expression, Mayor, only when I laugh. Ooh.
Ted, is there anything we can do?
Oh, no. Georgette was by my side all morning. She read to me and fed me and gave me a sponge bath. Fluffed up my pillows. I finally sent her home.
Aw.
Yeah, she was starting to get on my nerves.
Boy, private room. It's really nice.
You know, when I first came here, they put me in a ward. You know how I got this room?
The ward pitched in?
Lou insisted. He said he'd pay whatever the cost.
It's the least he can do.
Well, I've got to meet Marie. Don't get up, Ted.
Thanks for coming, Murr. And say, thanks for the candy. How'd you know it was my favorite kind?
I didn't. I just wanted to give you something to show you how I really feel about you.
Good old Murr. Want a jawbreaker, Mayor? Oh, I appreciate the flowers, too.
Oh, well, you know, sick room, hospital. It's traditional.
Yeah. I don't know why people just don't give the cash.
I went to the game store and got the stuff you wanted.
Oh, well, yeah, it's not for me, you know, but you never know when my little nephew may come to visit. What'd you get?
Yeah. Got your Parcheesi and your Chinese checkers and the little game that you shake and make the little balls roll into the...
The clown's nose?
No, they were out of that, I asked. No, this one, you shake it and the little balls form the outline of a duck.
Gee, I never tried that one before.
Yeah, well, I imagine it works on pretty much the same principle as the clown's nose.
Hi, old buddy. Hi, Mary.
Hello, Mr. Grant. How very nice of you to drop by.
Say, you're not still mad at me.
Well, I really don't think this is the time or the place to discuss that.
But I want to know.
But don't you think you should chat with Ted?
Why should I chat with Ted? I like you better.
Don't mind me. This is better than television.
So, how you feeling?
Well, not bad. I'm not complaining. A guy learns to live with constant pain.
Gee, I'm sorry, Ted. Here, I brought you some flowers.
Well, I already have some.
Oh. Say, I wonder if there's someplace I could put these.
Beats me.
That's okay. What the heck? I'll just stand here and hold them. That way Ted can enjoy them while we chat.
Well, Ted, I think I'll be running along.
Oh, don't leave now, Mayor. I've got everything but the one web foot and the beak.
No, Ted, I don't want to tire someone who's been through as much as you have.
So what do the doctors say?
Well, they say I'm a lucky guy, Lou. Not too many people survive an accident like that.
You mean just being thrown out on you?
No. 4-car collision.
Huh?
Well, I had to make up something, Lou. Didn't want anyone to think you did this.
Oh, yeah. And they say you're lucky?
I'll say. Boy, if the fire had hit the gas tank, it'd have been curtains for sure.
Well, if there's anything I can do.
Wow.
No. I mean it. Anything. You just ask. Ask me for anything. How about a glass of water? Here. Take a glass of water.
Okay.
Wait, how about a cube? Yeah, let's put a cube in. There you go. Remember, for what I did to you, I'd be happy to do anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Would you sign my neck brace?
I sign your neck brace. Of course I will.
Sign it to Ted Baxter, the world's best anchorman.
Baxter, the world's best anchorman.
For whom?
For whom?
I will do anything.
Oh, how do they expect me to rewrite a snow bulletin when it's like a furnace in here?
Why are you rewriting a snow bulletin?
Well, Ted says that when he reads a snow bulletin, he wants people to shudder. I try to explain that all his newscasts have that effect.
Hey, since when do you let Ted tell you how to write your copy?
I guess I'm feeling sorry for him because, well, you know, he's working with a handicap. Although that never bothered me before.
Who fooled with the thermostat?
Well, I did, Lou. I thought it would be a nice conservation gesture to turn it down to 85.
Murray, you mustn't turn down the thermostat. Ted should be in a warm place.
Someday, if there's any justice.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Ted.
Ted? Hey, what do you think?
Oh, autographs.
Yeah, that's a switch, isn't it? Me getting autographs from ordinary people. Well, they are my public.
Takes a lot of guts to let them get that close to your throat.
Oh, Lou! Lou, can I use your phone to make a couple of calls?
What's wrong with your phone?
Oh, okay. Want to use your phone? No phone. Doctor says I shouldn't climb any stairs to my dressing room, but you say no phone.
Ted! Here's the phone.
Thanks, Lou.
I think I have our weather bulletin. Sleet and high winds to be followed by the biggest snow job in history.
Gee, that's a terrific-looking chair, Lou. I wish I had one like this in my dressing room.
Come on, what's wrong with a chair in your dressing room?
Oh, that's right. You never get down there, do you? And why should you? Why climb all those stairs when all you have to do is go directly into the studio from this office?
Ted, what do you want from me? You want me to give you my office? Is that what you want?
Oh, no, Lou, I don't want you to give me this office. I want you to share it with me.
Share my office?
Yeah, sure, why not, Lou? All it would take is a little chair right over there. You wouldn't mind sitting in a little chair, would you, Lou?
Ted?
Oh,
Ted?
Oh. It's all right, it'll pass. It's just a little spasm. They always go away.
Okay, Ted. You can share my office, but only until your neck gets better.
Oh, Lou, it'll be wonderful.
We'll be roommates.
Hey, that way we can sit together and rap about my new feature on the show.
You knew what?
3 minutes at the end of every show, Ted Baxter speaks out on the important issues of the day. You know, like Eric Severide? Except when I do it, you'll be able to understand it.
No, Ted, I don't think it'll work.
Why not, Lou? Maury could write it. Mary could come up with some ideas. Something I've wanted to do all my life, Lou.
No, Ted. I really don't care for it.
Oh, come on, Lou. Let me try just this once. And if you don't like it, you can do what you always do. You can pick me up and throw me through a door.
This turned out to be Homer.
Oh, the worst. You know, it's bad enough I have to write one opinion spot for Ted. But I had to write 3 so he can choose.
You know something, Murray? Remember that little girl I told you about in grammar school, the one who broke her leg?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I just realized something. She used people, too. I mean, everybody carried her books for her, opened doors for her. The teacher felt so sorry for her, he made me switch parts with her in the Christmas pageant. He made her the sugar plum fairy. I got to be half a camel. Yes. No, still here. Yeah, he's here, too. We'll be right in.
You guys weren't slipping out already, were you?
Slipping out? Ted, it's after 8.
I finally came up with the title for my new spot. A Piece of My Mind.
Well, if they can split an atom, why not?
Now all I need is a topic for my first editorial.
But, Ted, we already gave you 3. Industrial pollution, runaway prices, and political spending.
Heck, nothing personal, guys, but boring.
Boring?
Murray, they're all safe subjects. Everybody's done them. I want to go after the real sacred cows, like single women.
What about single women?
How come they let you buy them dinner if they don't expect any action?
Ted, you can't do an editorial because you keep striking out.
Mr. Grant is never going to allow that.
Kids, trust me. I'm the honcho on this project. I'll handle Lou.
Ted, don't you think that you're carrying this thing just a little too far? Look, I know it's late. We're all tired. What do you say we go get some coffee and we'll talk about it, huh?
Oh, gee, I'd like to, Mary, but I've got a date. And you two have got an awful lot of work to do.
Wonder where he got the picture.
Where else? His wallet.
Here you are, Mr. Grant. Made you after-dinner drink.
Thank you, Mary. What are you up to?
Well, since when do I have to be up to something just because I ask you over for dinner and a few drinks?
I just want to know why you're trying to ply me with alcohol.
Ply you with alcohol? You know, that's really kind of insulting.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. I didn't mean to insult you.
Oh, forget it. Here, let me freshen that for you. Mary! All right, okay. I do want to have a talk with you.
Okay, but you don't feel you have to lead up to it. Shoot.
Right. Just shoot. Just Lay it on the line straight out. Okay, here it is. Shoot you want, shoot you're gonna get. Mr. Grant, before I say this...
Mary.
Yes, okay, you're right. No beating around the bush. Which I've always thought was a really dumb expression, you know? But, okay, Mr. Grant, I don't suppose that you remember a discussion that we had. It was about Ted, Owen violence, and your being gentler. I don't suppose that you remember any of that, do you?
Every word. It's probably the most memorable thing you've ever said to me.
How'd you like to forget it?
I don't understand.
Mr. Grant, Ted is getting away with murder. The old Mr. Grant just wouldn't have stood for that.
No. The old Lou Grant would have yelled and bullied and scared poor Ted half to death.
I know.
I don't get this. First you come to me and you tell me, Mr. Grant, you have a violent nature, so you must try to change. So after considerable soul-searching, I change. I become what you see now, a gentle, tolerant, peace-loving, nonviolent pussycat. Then you come to me tonight, and you tell me you've decided you like me the way I was. Well, no, Mary, I've got something to tell you. I like the way I am, and this is how I intend to stay. A gentle, tolerant, peace-loving, nonviolent pussycat. So you just better get used to the new Lou Grant, Mary. From now on, I'm going to be the warmest, sweetest, nicest, most sympathetic, considerate, understanding human being you ever met in your life.
I don't think I like you anymore.
This goes now to the states for approval. In order for the bill to pass, it must be ratified by 2/3 of the 48 states. Oh, 2 more. Correction, make that 4/3. Now we present a new department. A piece of my mind.
Which one is he doing?
I don't know. He wrote it himself.
Tonight, a piece of my mind examines big business versus the little man. Now, for years, the little man's been taking it on the chin. Well, good news, my friends. Today, the tables are turned. Ted Baxter, the reporter who wouldn't be intimidated, announced a lawsuit for $250,000 against station WJM for gross negligence.
What?
He's suing his own station. On the air.
I want to make one thing clear. I don't include producer Lou Grant in this action. No, Lou can't be responsible for everything that goes on in his station. And I know Lou joins me in hoping this suit teaches a certain station that human safety isn't something to be trifled with.
When Mr. Baxter finishes the news, have him step into my office.
What are you doing?
Just getting the ambulance warmed up. Oh, Ted, Lou would like to see you in his office.
Right. Same here. What did Lou say about the show?
Oh, wait,
Speechless, huh? Well, I think I threw a pretty good scare into the station.
Ted, look into my eyes.
Well, sure, Lou.
What do you see there?
Oh. I wasn't really going to go through with it, Lou. I was just going to worry them a little bit, you know, use it for leverage, get a little more vacation.
You've got just 20 seconds to take down those pictures while your face still resembles them.
I wasn't going to ask for a lot of vacation, Lou. Just for a couple of weeks and my neck got better.
What the heck? I'm feeling practically fine, Lou, thanks to your chair and your office. And I don't need any vacation at all, Lou. I feel just great. In fact, I'll stay late. I'll work early. Weekends, Lou. Holidays and my birthday. Oh. I'm going down to my dressing room now to work on tomorrow's show.
Did everything go all right in here?
Yeah, it went all right.
Mr. Grant's office? Yes, this is Mr. Grant's office. No, it is no longer Ted Baxter's office. Yes, I'm sure. You're very welcome.
Who was it?
Ted.
And the great thing is, Mary, I never laid a hand on him.
Good for you, Mr. Grant. And don't you feel better that you were able to convey to Ted that you were angry and who was boss without resorting to violence?
Yeah, I feel a lot better.
Right.
Mary, would you do one little thing for me?
Yeah, sure.
Get a hold of building maintenance and tell them I need a new door.
Right. Mr. Grant, what's wrong with this door?
As soon as you leave, I'm going to put my fist through it.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Oh, hiya, Mayor.
Hiya.
Boy, it's pouring. What brings you in early on such a rotten day?
I am choosing colors. Mr. Grant has finally allowed me to redecorate the office.
No kidding.
Yeah, and you know how he is. He hates any kind of changes, wants everything to stay the same. Walls, furniture.
Salaries.
Anyway, after 3 years, he's finally agreeable. You know something? He's agreeable to almost everything these days.
Oh, yeah?
Something certainly is pleasing him.
Yeah. Or someone.
Hey, Murray, is Mr. Grant seeing somebody?
I don't know, Mayor. I don't know. Hey, that's an interesting color. What do you call that?
Red. Murray, come on. You can tell me. Please, tell me. You know how bad you are at keeping secrets.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing bad on this one, Mayor.
Murray, tell.
I'm sorry, Mayor. Wild horses wouldn't drag this out of me.
Hi, guys.
Or wild jackasses, for that matter.
Diddle-diddle-da-dum, everybody knows. Diddle-diddle-da-dum, that she's mighty like a rose.
You're in a good mood, Lou.
Why, thank you, Ted. It must be the weather.
Mr. Grant, what color would you like for your office?
Oh, something spring-like, Mary. Something for a man who feels 25 years younger.
How about khaki?
I leave it entirely in your hands. Surprise me.
He really is happy. Mary, isn't that terrific?
Guess you heard about the great romance, eh? Kind of funny, though. Lou chasing after some dumpy middle-aged spinster.
Oh, come on, Ted. You don't know she's like that.
Well, who else would go out with Lou? It's not as if he were the Heartbreak Kid.
You know, it is funny, Mayor. Lou having a schoolboy crush.
No, I bet she wears a checkered apron and likes to make fudge.
You're the schoolboys, both of you, giggling, acting jealous. I'm surprised at you, Murray.
How come you're not surprised at me?
Notice anything different?
No! No, now that you mention it, yes. Is that a new jacket?
Women always notice.
Well, no, I didn't at first until you said, you know, did you notice? And then, of course, I took a closer look. And
What do you think? It's velvet.
It's nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Groovy.
Ruby, you don't usually use that kind of word.
You don't usually wear that kind of jacket. You going somewhere special?
Got a date. Joanna, did you ever see anyone sing into a mirror before?
Oh, yeah, Ted sings to his all the time. Mostly, and this is my beloved. So, you got a date, huh?
Yep.
Is it anyone I know?
No.
Known her long?
Weak.
What's she like?
Nice.
What's she do?
Work.
Well, I'd love to meet her. She sounds fascinating.
Yeah. She's terrific. I really don't look right in a turtleneck, do I?
Oh, well,
It's the ears. I don't have the right ears for a turtleneck.
I think you look fine.
I look like a turtle.
Well, listen, I'd love to have the two of you drop by sometime.
Okay. When?
Oh, anytime.
Oh, Mary, when people say anytime, they don't mean it. That's the last thing they do mean.
Oh, no, I do mean it. Really, please, drop by sometime. Really, I'd love to meet her.
Okay, you'll like her.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Say, oh, Lou, great threads.
What's that odor?
Smells like burnt rubber.
It's my aftershave lotion, Ted.
Oh. What's the name of it? I'd like to get some.
Mary, meet Charlene McGuire.
Wow.
Hi.
No, wow, it's just fine. Gee, did we catch you just going out? I'm sorry, we shouldn't bust in on you this way. Come on, Lou, we ought to go.
Why should we be sorry? She said to drop by any time. Well, here we are.
So come in, please. I was just under my sink.
Here, let me take a look at that. I'm usually good at that kind of thing. That'll give the two of you a chance to get acquainted.
Thank you. Come in. I hope you'll forgive my appearance.
Why? I think you look terrific.
Yeah, I think gloves are really elegant for evening, don't you? Can I get you a drink?
Stay there. I'll get it. You two get acquainted.
Listen, believe it or not, these are my work clothes. I sing and play piano at a bar called the Quarter Note.
Oh, well, Mr. Grant never actually said. Gee, you know, it's funny. I had a different picture of you altogether. I mean, I just figured that you'd be,
Younger.
No.
Older.
No. I guess I never pictured Mr. Grant going out with anyone quite so,
Musical.
Right.
Here you go. First I fix the drink, then I fix the sink.
Oh, thank you. No, Mr. Grant, don't bother with that. Come on and join us.
No, you two are just getting acquainted. You two are getting acquainted, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, you bet.
Oh, good. I'll just go knock the sludge out of your trap.
Listen, be careful. It's really dirty in there. You don't want to ruin your new turtleneck.
Gee, do you think there's a chance?
I take it you don't like it much either, huh?
Oh, are you kidding? I love it. Tonight was like being out with a 200-pound bumblebee.
So, you're a pianist, huh?
Wrong. Horowitz is a pianist. I'm a saloon singer. In fact, that's where I met Lou. He came in one night, he put $1 in the brandy snifter and asked me to sing, "The Navy gets the gravy, but the Army gets the beans." Well, that stumped me. And after 12 years on the road with a band and 3 marriages, I don't stump easy.
What band were you with? Is it one I know?
Well, did you ever hear of Jimmy Dorsey?
Sure.
Yeah? Well, no one in this band had.
Well, good morning, Sue Ann.
Hello, Mary. Are these our decorating plans?
No, these are my decorating plans.
Dear, I'd hate to see you become a laughing stock.
Oh?
To begin with, nylon carpeting. Mary, you're just kidding, aren't you? Say you're kidding.
No, as a matter of fact, I was pretty serious. I like it.
Look, Mary. Nylon carpeting.
Must be the way she tells it.
And another thing, dear. No one has used Danish modern chairs since 1959.
Oh? What do you suppose they're sitting on in Copenhagen?
Frankly, dear, I don't even like to think about it.
Murray, guess what? Last night I met Charlene, Mr. Grant's girl, and she is just simply fantastic.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Well, what makes her so fantastic?
Well, all right, maybe fantastic is a silly word. Let's just say one of the warmest, nicest, most interesting people I've ever met.
And they say eavesdroppers never hear good of themselves.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Charlene.
Charlene?
Mr. Grant's girl?
How come you never think my chicks are interesting? What's so interesting about Charlene?
Well, it's hard to know where to start. I mean, well, to give you an example, she was on the road with a band when she was 16 years old.
Hey.
Yeah, and one of her husbands pitched in both major leagues. You imagine? Oh, she was the only girl on a Marine base in Korea. How about that? I mean, she was telling a story. She had us up until 2 this morning. We were laughing.
Mary, you want to get that painter's estimate for me?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Boy, Lou, that sounds like some gal.
Yeah, she's something.
You old son of a gun. You know, I never pictured you with a band singer.
Well, what's wrong with the band singer?
Nothing, it's great. Look, when I was a bachelor, that was worth 2 nurses and a stewardess.
Hey, on the road when she was 16. Isn't that against some kind of law?
Not if she's legally married to the trombone section.
Hey, Lou, how many husbands has she had?
What's the difference?
Yeah, right. Beyond a certain point, what's the difference? Married to a ball player, huh?
No, okay, Ted.
Oh, I
okay.
bet it didn't take Lou long to get to first base.
Drop it, Ted.
Well, Billy never
Drop it.
strikes out with her.
Come on.
I'll bet she's really teaching him about our national pastime.
Here you are, Mr. Grant. Oh, by the way, would you and Charlene like to come to dinner tomorrow night?
No, I don't think so, Mary.
Oh.
Thanks anyway.
Well, what about some other night?
I'll see, Mary. I'll see.
Who is it?
Charlene McGuire.
Oh, come on in.
Too early?
Hi, no. Come in.
I figured, well, with your hours and my hours, this would be the only time that we could really talk. I didn't know people really got up this early.
Once you get used to it, it's really a beautiful time of day.
Oh, yeah. What's that funny smell?
Oh, it's bacon, I guess.
You're gonna eat? Now?
Well, yeah, sure, breakfast. You know.
You're gonna eat all that?
Well, it's just that I think breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Oh, yeah? I always thought that was hors d'oeuvres. Listen, excuse me for just busting in like this, huh?
No, really, I'm delighted. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, that I could handle.
You know, I was hoping I'd see you again.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what's gotten into our friend Sulky the bear. I was hoping maybe you'd know.
Me? Why?
Well, because you've known him longer. Is it really like him to just turn off on people? Break dates? Not return calls?
No, it isn't. It's not like him at all. Usually...
Mary?
What?
You're not going to eat cereal and eggs.
Oh, well, yeah, protein. You know, just minimum adult daily requirement is what.
Mary, I know I can't call you my friend.
Oh, yeah, you can. I'm your friend.
Well, then what happened?
Well, my guess is that somebody said the wrong thing about you to the wrong people.
Oh, come on. Who would do a lousy thing like that?
Your new friend. Anyway, I guess I was just dumb enough to talk about your life to people who don't know you the way I do.
And they convinced Lou that a girl who had been around was no fit companion for a boy who hadn't.
Well, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's life. Yeah. Silly, isn't it? But that's life. Mary, what was that?
What?
That bell.
I didn't hear anything.
Mary, a timer just went off in your
Corn
kitchen.
muffins?
Mary, dear, I'm afraid I'm going to have to put my foot down about Venetian blinds in the cafeteria. They're nothing but dust catchers. It's terribly unsanitary.
Well, I'm sorry, Sue Ann, but you'll have to admit that the curtains that were there before were pretty bad.
Now, Mary, I'm sure you weren't aware when you said that I designed the curtains that were there before. So I'm just going to pretend you didn't say that. I think that's part of being adult, learning to overlook the all-too-human errors that each of us is prone to. That's why I'm not going to say one word about that cruddy wallpaper in the men's room.
Did you crash the men's room?
Of course not. I went as somebody's guest.
Mary, the paint in my dressing room is wrong.
But, Ted, you picked it.
I asked for rose. That's pink. Pink is no color for a man. Pink is for girls. Blue is for boys.
Ted, flesh-colored walls needn't look naked. Let's think bold. How about hanging plants and throw rugs?
How about hanging rugs and throwing plants?
Mary, I cut this out of a magazine. Might give you an idea of the way I'd like my dressing room to look.
Ted, that's the Sistine Chapel.
Ted, I can give you just 6 minutes of top-level aesthetic expertise. Then I have to go dunk my fritters.
Oh, Murray, why does everyone complain to me? Why do I get all the flack?
Yeah, you're in charge. Besides, Lou hasn't been out of his office all day. He won't read copy. He won't make decisions. He can't even choose what color to paint his office.
And the whole thing is so silly. I mean, here he finally meets somebody he really cares about. He lets a little dumb talk ruin everything. You know, somebody ought to go in there and tell him if he breaks up with Charlene, he's crazy. All right.
Go in.
Mr. Grant, about the office decor.
Who cares?
Well, that's true. Taste is a very personal matter.
In 50 years, we'll all be dead.
Well, yes, seen in the larger sense, that is true.
So what's the difference?
Well, the difference is that the painters are going to be here tomorrow, and you still haven't chosen a color.
Okay. Black.
You can't have a black office.
Okay, not black.
Mr. Grant, you can't go on like this. Whatever happened to that wonderful man who was in here last week wearing that funny-looking turtleneck, singing that dumb song, wearing that smelly aftershave lotion? Oh, whatever happened to him?
It was too beautiful to live.
Why did you stop seeing Charlene?
Mary, she's not for me.
Why?
I just can't see myself with that sort of woman.
What sort of woman?
I can't discuss the sort of woman she is with the sort of woman you are. That's the sort of woman she is.
Oh, no, wait a minute. This is crazy. Are you telling me that you're breaking up with Charlene because she's known some other men?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, I can't believe that you could be that petty and that narrow-minded and shallow.
Sure I can.
Okay, so there have been some other men.
Not some other men, lots of other men.
Well, what's the cutoff point, Mr. Grant? I mean, is there some number? You know, I'd really like to know. How many men is a woman allowed to have before she becomes that sort of woman?
6.
If that's your attitude, Mr. Grant, then I just don't think you and I have anything to talk about. I mean, if you're going to break up with a wonderful woman just because of some arbitrary standards, then, you know, boy, I don't want to have anything to do with it. It's your life, Mr. Grant. If you're going to ruin it, then, boy, I wash my hands of the entire matter. 6?
Life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't take it serious. It's too mysterious. You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take your dough when you go, go, go. Keep repeating it's the berries. The strongest oak must fall. The sweet things in life, help yourself. To you we're just loaned.
How you doing?
So how can you lose what you've never owned?
Looking good.
Life is just a bowl of cherries.
I guess you're wondering why I
So
haven't called.
live and laugh at it all. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, Lou, in answer to your question, I have wondered why you didn't call.
I'll tell you straight out. Excuse me, this is personal. Okay. Here it is. I'm going to lay it on the line. You've led a lot more active life than anyone I've ever known. And it was throwing me. But that's all over now. I don't care about your past. I don't care how many guys you've been with. 4, 5. We've got to look at today, the present. Clean slate, fresh start. Next case, what's new? I said this was personal.
So in other words, what you're trying to say is, you forgive me.
Yeah, that's it. I forgive you.
Lou, go home.
What do you mean?
I mean goodbye.
Boy, you made me love you. Let's show these kids us old timers can sing, too.
You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me love you.
Oh, yeah, and all the time you knew it. I guess you always knew it.
Charlene.
You made me happy sometimes.
Listen.
You made me sad.
Listen, I got to talk to you.
And there were times, dear.
All I
you
meant
made
was...
it so good. Yeah, you tell her.
Hey, you want to sing? Go
Made me sigh for. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you.
I hate this song.
I want to know that's true. Yes,
I do. Indeed I do. You know I do.
You. I'm buying drinks for everybody. Over there. Come on. Hurry up before they run out.
Mister.
Get going. Listen, I gotta tell you the truth. Whatever I was saying before about your past, forget it. Forget it. It's not your past that's bothering me. It's my past. I haven't even got one. I guess I was trying to tell myself that you weren't good enough for me. The truth is, I was afraid that I wasn't going to be good enough for you.
Good enough. Lou, I have a feeling you're going to be the best thing that ever happened to me.
Really?
Really? Give me what I cry for. That I've done.
Hey, come on, Charlene. People are watching.
You know you made me love you.
Those walls are pink, Mary. That's not rose. Roses are red.
Violets are blue.
That paint is all wet, Ted.
And so are you.
See Mary, Charlene calls. Tell her I'm in a meeting. I'll call her right back.
Right.
Charlene, the band singer? You're still seeing her, Lou.
That's right, Charlene. And I'm going to go on seeing her. She just happens to be one of the most terrific ladies I've ever met. And if anybody doesn't like it, that's just too bad.
And don't you two forget it.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can never tell, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Good morning, Murray.
Well, what's good about having to come to work at 8 o'clock in the morning? I didn't even have time for coffee.
Oh, well, no, you shouldn't do that. You know what they say? Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Yeah, because if you're not home by then, your wife gets very suspicious. Well, what do you want? It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Boy, Lou's got some nerve calling a meeting this early. What's it all about?
We don't know.
No time to read the newspaper. How am I supposed to know what's going on in the world?
It's all right, Ted. Mary Worth has decided to adopt the baby herself.
Will you look at this? I was so sleepy getting dressed, I put on one brown sock and one blue sock.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it, Ted. You probably have another pair just like them at home. What do you want? It's 8 in the morning.
That's funny.
Morning. Okay, meeting. Everyone in my office.
Oh, say, Lou, wait a second. Look, look at this. I got one brown sock and one blue sock. But I'm not worried. You know why I'm not worried? Go ahead and ask me why I'm not worried.
Why aren't you worried?
Because each of these socks is from a pair of socks, and I've got one like each of them back home.
Mary's joke.
All right, everybody listen. What I have to say is pretty important.
Lou.
And I'd rather say it first. Then if you have any questions, we go. What is it, Ted?
Lou, these donuts you brought, they're 4 plain and only 2 jelly. Who wants the jelly?
And it doesn't...
Okay, we'll do it this way. Producer gets plain.
Ted.
Producer gets jelly. We'll go by rank.
Settle that later, Ted. Settle it later. This is important. All right. For the past 3 years, our ratings have been week in and week out absolutely terrible. But lately, they've started to slip.
What are you implying, Lou? That I'm going downhill, that I'm getting slipshod, that I'm losing my touch? I mean, if that's what you mean, why don't you come right out and say it?
You've gone downhill, you've gotten slipshod, and you've lost the touch.
Come on, Lou, be serious.
Mr. Grant, don't you think there's a little too much emphasis placed on ratings anyway?
Yeah, who cares if our ratings go down a few points?
Right, as long as the people keep watching.
The sponsor cares. To a station our size, a single rating point could mean as much as $125,000 in added revenue.
Wow, $125,000.
So naturally, we've got to do something to improve our rating.
I'll say. $250,000.
I think we need some fresh ideas. So, starting today, I'm bringing in a consultant. His title will be Program Coordinator. And it'll be his job to see if he can find out what our problems are and solve them. I expect that you'll give him your full cooperation. Any questions?
Lou.
Ted.
The next time you have a meeting, could you order all jellies?
That's all. Mary, would you stay for a second?
Sure.
You're probably wondering what with bringing in this program coordinator, what the chain of command will be around here.
Well, yeah, Mr. Grant, it's only human for me to wonder, you know, what his authority will be in relation to my, authority. Will I be giving orders to him, or will he be giving orders to me?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. There aren't going to be any orders around here. He's only here to make suggestions, and he's going to make them to everybody. He's going to make them to Murray. He's going to make them to you. He's even going to make them to me.
Okay, I see.
The only difference is I don't have to take them.
Now, I'll tell you why I asked you to come here. I've been thinking about this new guy that Lou's going to bring in. I just don't like the idea of a total stranger coming in here and telling me I'm doing a lousy job.
Yeah, you got plenty of friends who could tell you that. Hi, Georgette.
Hi.
I bought you a new pair of blue socks. I couldn't find any store that sells just one.
Sit down, Georgette. We're having a meeting here. There's a crisis in the newsroom. That's why Mary and Murray are here.
Isn't it funny how in a crisis everybody turns to you? Whenever something goes wrong, people head straight for this dressing room.
Ted, there's no crisis. This program coordinator is just coming here to help us.
No, I don't know, Mayor. Ted could be right. I mean, I've heard about these guys. They try to make a big splash by firing people.
Fire someone?
Oh, you mean a little person, don't you? Secretary, something like that? I mean, he wouldn't fire a star, would he?
Ted, it's not going to come to that.
Well, in case it does, let's just make up our minds about one thing. We stick together. Now, if he tries to fire you, Mary, I'll quit.
Okay, and if he fires you, I'll quit.
And if he tries to fire me,
Come on, guys, if he fires me.
I'll give you a reference.
Ted, he's not coming here to fire anyone. He's coming here to help us raise the ratings. And that's a tough job. So I think the least we can do is be nice to him and cooperate.
Well, all right, I'll be nice to him, and I'll cooperate. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm not afraid of him. And I'm not going to kowtow to him in no way, shape, or form, even if he can't fire me. Come in.
So, here you all are. Everybody, I want you to meet our new program coordinator, Bob Larson. Bob, this is Ted Baxter, Murray Slaughter, Mary Richards, and this is Georgette Franklin, Ted's girlfriend.
But if you want to take her out sometime, it's okay with me.
Oh, no. Not another memo from Bob. This must be the 10th one this week.
Yeah, I've had 10 today. What's the latest?
He wants me to order more memo pads.
Mary, I am getting fed up with someone 2 years out of journalism school telling me how to improve my copy. Keep sentences short and snappy. No more humorous fillers.
We drop humorous fillers the day I find a wedding between two 80-year-old nudists. Murray, how long can it last?
I give it till the first frost. Oh, you mean him? Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's gone on too long already.
Oh, Mary, I've just been looking over your rundown for tonight, and I think we should lose this story about student riots in India.
Lose it? But, Bob, that's our opening story.
No, I want you to open with this film of an actual purse snatching on 4th Street.
You think a purse snatching is more important than a riot?
If it happens in St. Paul, yes. You see, our audience doesn't care about a bunch of students rioting in India.
But there are 2 million of them.
And that's just the sophomore class.
Mary, I know it isn't easy for you to accept criticism from someone who's probably 10 years younger than you. But what I'm doing is based on pretty solid research.
Well, Bob, in the first place, not that it's important, but I doubt that you're 10 years younger than I am.
I'm 24.
And in the second place, what research?
Viewer research. You see, we've found that people who watch local shows want local news. Trust me. Lead with the purse snatcher. Lou?
Boy, am I steamed. Did you see this memo that I got? Ted, don't take so many long pauses between news items. Who does he think he is telling me how to do the news? You don't think my pauses are too long, do you?
Of course not, Ted. I think your pauses are the best part of the show.
Thanks, Mur. Oh, you're getting them too, eh? What this show needs is more film and less Ted Baxter. Oh, this guy's gone too far, Mary. You've got to talk to Lou about him.
All right, Ted, look, he's making some changes in the show that some of us don't like. But who's to say he's not right? I mean, he's only been here 2 weeks. It's too soon to tell.
Well, I can tell. More film and less Ted Baxter? If you're not going to talk to Lou, I am.
Terrific idea, Bob. Terrific.
Yeah, Bob, you're doing a great job. Let's see. Where did I put that? I was in the... in here.
Oh, Mary, one other thing. Those little poems the weatherman's been doing at the end of the forecast, let's lose them.
Oh, Bob, those little poems are his favorite part of the show. He spends all day writing those poems.
He spends all day writing, cover up, put on galoshes, the storm tomorrow will make you nauseous.
All right, that's not one of his better efforts, but, gee, I hate to hurt his feelings.
I can't worry about hurt feelings. I'm here to get the ratings up, not to make friends. This isn't a popularity contest, Mary.
Oh, Murray, how am I going to tell a guy I have to cut his favorite part of the show?
How about, though your poems to some may bring enjoyment, write one more and you're on unemployment.
All right, people. The day when the news department can ride roughshod over the other shows is past.
Sue Ann?
Don't interrupt, dear. That program coordinator of yours has been doing promos for your news on my show. Your audio, Mary, over my video. Picture this, if you will, Mary. A tight close-up on my bordelaise sauce, simmering and succulent. While a voice says, sewer explodes, details at 6. just isn't fair, Mary. Why should you be using my show to help your show?
Well, Bob says that the ratings of a news show directly affect the ratings of other shows around it.
Let me understand this. You mean I could work my fingers to the bone creating a salade niçoise that is a rhapsody, but if Murray... No offense, dear. This is purely hypothetical. If Murray writes a lousy headline, I go down the toilet?
Well, that's about the size of it.
Well, Mary, there's just one little problem. I've been watching your show, and what that so-called expert is doing isn't helping one bit. In fact, quite the opposite.
You know, I agree with the mayor. I think these changes are hurting the show. Look, maybe you should go in and talk to Lou.
Oh, look, I don't like some of his ideas any more than you do. But you know, he might be just what we need. He's bright, he's knowledgeable, he's hardworking.
He's 24.
I'm gonna go talk to Mr. Grant. Mr. Grant, do you have a minute?
Shoot.
Well, it's about Bob Larson. I don't think it's working out. Everyone out there is really unhappy. I mean, morale has never been lower. And in my opinion, it's all beginning to affect the show.
Mary, how would you feel if I told you that our ratings for the past 2 weeks had gone up an entire point?
Our ratings went up an entire point?
I didn't say that. I said, how would you feel if I told you they'd gone up an entire point?
Well, I guess I'd feel a little foolish.
Just a little foolish?
Did the ratings really go up?
I didn't say that. I said, if they went up an entire point.
Well, I guess I'd feel very foolish.
I see. Very foolish. That's how you'd feel if I told you the ratings had gone up a point.
They went up, didn't they?
I didn't say that. I just said, how would you feel if I told you they had gone up?
All right, Mr. Grant, I would feel extremely foolish. I would feel foolish. I would feel dumb, ridiculous, and, yes, silly.
The ratings went up a point, Mary.
Newsroom? Well, thank you very much. It's always very nice to hear that from our viewers. Goodbye.
That's better. Short and snappy.
You know something, Murray? I still might not agree with some of Bob's ideas, but boy, it sure feels good to be a winner.
Yeah, you can say that again.
You know, yesterday I opened a charge account, and for the first time when the girl asked me where I worked, I didn't mumble.
I know what you mean, man. Yeah, for the past 2 mornings, I've been leaving the house humming. Marie thinks I'm fooling around.
Have you guys seen this review? A new Ted Baxter, more restrained and likable, anchors with a well-paced delivery.
Hey, that's quite an improvement.
I'll say, this guy used to be a rotten critic.
You know, I have to hand it to Bob. He knows what he's doing. He's really helped us a lot.
He really has, and he's worked awfully hard, too. You know, I wish we could come up with some really nice way to say thank you.
Wait a minute. I think I've got it. How about thank you?
Yeah, that's not what I had in mind. I mean, let's face it, ever since Bob got here, the atmosphere has been less than friendly, right? And I mean, maybe that's our fault, too. Maybe if we'd been a little warmer to him, he'd be a little warmer to us.
Why don't we all take him out to dinner?
Or I could have a party for him at my place.
A party?
Yeah, you know, make him feel like one of the family. We do it all the time. Like, remember? We gave that picnic for the all-night mop lady. And remember 2 years ago you collected $1 from everyone for the mail boy's birthday?
Oh, which reminds me, Ted.
You'll get it, you'll get it.
Oh, Mr. Grant, I was thinking of having a party for Bob Larson at my place. You know, a sort of combined congratulations and welcome party. Sort of make him feel like one of the team. What do you think?
Well, in the war, we found that a unit who had been through battle felt closer. There's something about shared suffering that brings men together. Yeah. I think one of your parties might do it, Mary.
happy you're here.
Oh, more champagne, Bob?
Well, just a little. I can only stay another 5 minutes. I have to meet someone at the airport.
Oh,
Here's to Bob. Heck of a job. See? Even my toasts are short and snappy.
Larson, I like the cut of your jib. If you only knew how long I've been trying to ask them to use more film and less me.
You having a nice time, Mr. Grant?
It's a great party, Mary. The champagne, the hors d'oeuvres, the buffet, just great. Oh, yeah, it was really a terrific idea.
Well, thank you.
Hey, how much am I paying you?
$2.25 a week.
That's all?
That's it.
Well, Mary, you know something?
What?
I think it's great that you can throw a party like this on that kind of salary.
Mary, this is a marvelous party, and the cheese puffs are delicious.
But, Sue Ann, you made the cheese puffs.
Oh, did I? My memory must be beclouded by this mediocre little off-year champagne. I was just telling this wonderful man here that if he ever feels he isn't being treated right, there'll always be a place for him on my show. And it's a much nicer place to work. After all, what is the news? But violence and scandal, depravity, lust.
Right. Sue Ann can give you all that and more.
Anybody like an hors d'oeuvre? I wouldn't recommend the cheese puffs. People keep tasting them and then putting them in the ashtray.
So I thought now would be a good time to propose a toast. So, Bob, come on up here. To a young man who has done such a great job for us in the short time that he's been with us, and who, I'm just sure, in the next few months is going to keep doing a great job until WJM is #1.
Thank you very much. I have a real lump in my throat.
That's probably the cheese puffs.
I can't tell you how great these last 3 weeks have been. I think we've all done a heck of a job.
Right, absolutely.
But I have something I want to say. I was going to tell Lou tomorrow, but...
What? You firing me?
No, but I think in view of what's been said here tonight that I should say it now. This will be my last week here. I've decided to leave WJM. But I want you to know it's been terrific working with you. Really. Well, I gotta run. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Lou. Great party, Mary. Thanks again.
Leaving?
I don't understand.
Don't worry. Don't worry. He's not leaving. Take my word for it. He'll be back.
What makes you so sure?
I parked right behind him in the driveway.
Why? Why does he want to leave? It's not that he didn't like the work. He seemed to be happy.
Maybe he wanted more money.
If he wanted more money, all he had to do was ask.
Maybe he wanted more authority.
I gave him a free hand. What more could he want?
I know what he wants.
What?
Wants some old chickie poo.
What's that?
You know, a little of the old slap and tickle. Don't you guys understand English? He wants a broad.
Ed, come on.
Listen, a young single guy alone in an unfriendly city. You saw the way his eyes lit up when Mary kissed him at the party? Oh, reminds me, Lou. If you want that guy to stay, Mary is the bait we're looking for.
That's the most disgusting idea I ever heard.
Ted, are you seriously suggesting that we
It's
use
for the
Mary...
good of the show, isn't it? If I were a woman, I'd do it.
Ted, shut up.
All I'm saying is it won't hurt to ask her.
Hi.
Hi.
Did I interrupt something?
No.
Won't hurt to ask her what?
Nothing.
Yeah, we were just talking about Bob Larson. Trying to figure out how to change his mind.
And I had a great idea.
Mary doesn't want to hear it, Ted.
Sure she does. Forgive me for speaking frankly, Mary, but we're all adults here, and I'm not going to mince any words. Mary, I want you to make nice nights with Bob Larson. Hello. Give yourself to him.
Are you out of your mind?
Why not?
Ted, that's enough. Nobody's giving themselves to anybody.
I don't know. Maybe we can give Ted to the Salvation Army.
All right. Forget it.
Women. Asking for one lousy little favor. And...
Morning.
Hi, Bob. So much for small talk. Why are you quitting?
Well, I just figure my work here is over.
What do you mean over? We got the ratings up 1 point. Let's keep going. Let's get them higher.
Well, frankly, with the budget you have and the facilities and the personnel, I don't think it's possible.
Are you telling us this is as good as we can get?
Well, I'm afraid so. I mean, this is a nice, friendly little station. But I've done all I can here. And I just feel I'm ready to move on to bigger things, you know? Well, best of luck to you all.
So, guess that's that.
As good as we can get.
Nice, friendly little station.
Hold it. Wait a second. All right. Maybe this is as good as we get. And maybe our ratings won't get any higher. And maybe the other stations are better than we are. And maybe Ted isn't the best anchor man in town. And maybe Murray isn't the best news writer. And maybe I'm not the best producer.
Lou, you're coming to a butt pretty soon, aren't you?
Thought I was. Now I can't remember it.
All right. You want to know what the butt is? I'll tell you what the butt is. The butt is, and it's a heck of a butt, too. The butt is, what's wrong with being a nice, friendly little station? Huh? A station where ratings aren't the most important things. A station where people care about each other and respect each other's feelings and really like each other. Okay, look. What if I told you that the station manager just informed me that we got a letter from Eric Severide saying that he was in Minneapolis 3 weeks ago. Now, that's before Mr. Larson got here. That he had seen our show and thought it was the best written, best announced, and best produced show he had ever seen locally.
Eric Severide?
Severide.
And that was before Larson got here.
Right.
Murray, I'm going to treat you to a jelly donut.
No, the treat's on me, Ted.
Best news writer in town.
Best announcer.
Newscaster.
The station manager got a letter from Eric Severide?
I didn't say that. I said, what if?
I was just thinking about Bob Larson. I still wish when he threatened to quit, you'd have given yourself to him. You know why?
Why?
Because if it had worked, I'd have threatened to quit.
Ted, I'll tell you what. If you quit, I'll give myself to you.
Thanks, Murray.
Mary, are you going to put those poems on from the Weatherman again?
I don't know. Is that one? Let me see.
Yeah.
Today the sun was warm and shiny, but tonight you're going to freeze your hiney. Don't think so, Murray.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Here you are, Mr. Grant.
Thanks, Mary. Well, 1,000 news shows we've done together.
Right. And Mr. Grant, I just want to say I have enjoyed every single one of them.
Me too. Give or take 800 or 900.
Yeah, only you could have figured out exactly when you did your 1,000th show. How'd you do it?
Oh, it was really easy. I mean, I've been doing the show for 4 years and a week. I get 2 weeks vacation a year. We do the show 5 days a week, so that makes 250 shows a year. So 4 years and 1 week would make 1,005 shows. But I checked with personnel, and I found that I'd been out sick with a cold 4 days. And there was that one day that I went to Chicago for the convention. So tonight is my exactly 1,000th show.
I'm glad I asked.
How about that time there was a power failure at the transmitter when we blacked out?
Okay, everybody, go home. Come back tomorrow.
Knock, knock, Mary.
Oh, Ted, come on in.
Knock, knock. I'd knock on the door, except it was open. I had to say, knock, knock.
Come on in.
Knock, knock, Lou. Door was open. I didn't want to walk in without knocking.
I don't know what's gotten into Ted tonight. He's just full of oil and vinegar. Mary, this is my friend Judith Chandler. Judith, this is Murray Richards.
Hi, Judith.
Hi, Mary. It's nice of you to have me.
Oh.
Happy 1,000.
Oh, well, actually, it's my 999th.
Oh, I understand. I lie about my age, too.
Come on, Judy. I'll buy you a drink.
Oh, how nice. Thank you. Excuse me.
You know, she was just divorced, and I thought it would be a good chance for her to meet people. In fact, Ted and I brought her here hoping she might hit it off with Mr. Grant. They have so much in common. I mean, they both got dumped.
Well, that's very nice, Georgette, but Mr. Grant is seeing someone kind of regularly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get her out?
No, it's fine.
Hey, Lou. I want you to meet Judith Chandler. Judith Lou Grant.
Hello.
Wow. Hey, hold it, Lou. I want to tell Judy here about the man she just met. Now, Lou may not be as young as some guys are. And he may be a little overweight, and he may not look like much. But he makes a bundle. Okay, I hit it over the fence for you. Now all you've got to do is run around those bases. Oh, say, listen, maybe it'll be hard for you to break the ice. Do you want me to stick around and help?
No, that won't be necessary. So, what do you do for a living?
I'm the principal of Thoreau Junior High School.
Principal? Oh, really? That sounds great.
Oh, have you two met yet?
Yes, we have.
Well, you both better forget it. Come on. I'm sorry, but he's taken. Don't worry, we'll find somebody interesting.
Georgette, I'm fine.
Murray, would you mind talking to my friend Judith until I can find her somebody interesting? I didn't mean that you weren't interesting, Murray. I meant interesting to her.
Well, I know everybody here. It could be a long wait.
The only people I know here are Georgette and Ted.
Well, before I say the wrong thing, how well do you know Ted?
I met Ted when he spoke to an assembly at our junior high school.
Well, how was he?
It's the first time that 2,000 junior high school kids have ever been urged to quit school and hook up with a radio station in Fresno, California.
Excuse me, Mary.
You're wasting the whole party. If you don't make a connection pretty soon, you're going to go home empty-handed.
Well, fortunately, I've lined somebody else up for you.
Well, I'd like to stay here with Murray, if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind. I'd love it.
You wouldn't think it was rude of me if I
if I left this moment?
No.
Oh. Murray.
So, Mr. Grant, how'd you enjoy my party last night?
Not so hot.
Well, that's the most you've ever enjoyed one of my parties.
You'll never guess who really got my goat last night.
Ted.
Right. Usually nothing he says bothers me. But when he introduced me to that girl, the one who was with Murray all evening,
Yeah.
he said a lot of things about my looks. Well, that sort of bothered me.
Oh, Mr. Grant, how can you let that bother you? You're a very attractive man.
Me?
Well, Mr. Grant, it just might surprise you to know that women talk. And women find you very attractive.
Me?
Yeah. They do, really.
Oh,
Really.
no kidding?
No kidding. Mr. Grant, they do. Women find you very sexy.
Sexy? I don't believe it.
Well, it's true. Some women do.
What do you mean, some? Hey, are we crazy? Even talking about something like this is ridiculous. Talking about a lug like me being in any way sexy.
Murray and Judith. You ever seen anything like it, I ask you?
Anything like what?
Oh, come on, Lou. You get the drift. Murray and Judith at Mary's party? Do I have to spell it out for you? El lovo at first sight-o.
Okay, Ted.
Bring a girl for you, Lou, and she ends up with Murray. Well, some guys got it and some guys don't.
Ted, Mr. Grant wasn't interested in meeting anyone new.
Oh, sure, man. Stick up for the boss.
Ted, Judith and Murray were simply talking. There is nothing going on.
Oh, sure. And it don't rain in Indianapolis in the summertime.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Now, come on, Murr. We have been waiting here to hear what kind of a morning it is. We know what kind of a morning it is. We want to know what kind of a night it was.
Ted, Murray doesn't have to tell anybody anything. Just because his wife wasn't at the party last night and he spent 4 hours talking to a recently divorced woman and then drove her home alone after the party. Tell him, Murr.
Nothing happened.
See?
Mary, you funny little hothead. You missed my drift. All I'm trying to do is point out to Murray there's a little bug buzzing around him, that's all. And it's gonna bite you, Murray.
What? What are you talking about, Ted?
A love bug, Murray. It's gonna bite you.
Ted, will you buzz off?
Sure, Murray.
Mary, when you order office supplies, add a giant can of Raid.
It's incredible. I talked to a woman at a party. I simply had a conversation with a woman at a party.
Oh, come on, Murray. You know Ted. He blows things up way out of proportion.
She has this piano she wants to sell. I'm interested in buying a piano. Maria and I have been wanting to get a piano for a couple of years now. So I make it Judith's. It was all perfectly innocent. Oh, boy. Say, Mary, you don't have to answer this, but... Well, do you think there was anything wrong in my talking to Judith at that party last night?
No.
Or in my asking her to have lunch with me today?
No.
Or in my not telling her that I was married? Mary, like I said, you don't have to answer.
Oh, well, I just don't believe it. 4:30 and Murray is still not back for lunch?
Doesn't he know we have a show to get on the air?
You know, it's fascinating. Here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, it's 4:30, and we're hard at work. In New York, it's the cocktail hour. The lights are beginning to twinkle in the great wide way. And in London, smartly dressed theatergoers are strolling down the Strand for a late supper at the Savoy. And in Tokyo, it's tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow. Do you realize there are people alive here in Minneapolis who are already dead in Tokyo?
Hello, people of the newsroom.
Murray, you know it's 4:30 in the afternoon?
Oh, Lou, don't be so upset.
Murray, a lot of news came in over the wire while you were out. You weren't here to get it.
What, news stories?
Yeah, news stories.
Oh, Lou, there will always be news stories.
Oh, really?
Sure. What's one or two news stories? News stories come and go. I mean, something is happening all the time. What the hell, Lou?
Boy, if this isn't Take the Ever-Lovin' Cake. Boy, I've heard everything. Comes in here cursing like a sailor. Your job's in trouble, boy, deep trouble.
What have you been drinking?
Pouilly Fussé.
Too bad.
What do you mean? What? Why?
I've been a newsman for 30 years. I've sobered up guys who were drunk on everything from scotch to aftershave lotion. But never once in my life have I had to sober up anyone who was drunk on Pouilly Fussé. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to give him black coffee or cheese.
Mary, I had a great lunch. I may have just had the greatest lunch in the entire history of lunch.
What'd you have?
An experience. We went to this wonderful little French restaurant. Oh, we talked and talked about everything. You know, I told her about all the things I want to do with my life, all that stuff that's hard to talk about. And she listened, Mary. She listened. She thinks I'm cute. You know, the last time anybody said I was cute, I was.
Listen, you know that you're my very dear friend.
Yeah?
But Marie is my friend, too. And I just hate to see this thing with you and Judith turn into a cheap affair.
Hey, you think it could?
Come here.
Lou, you got a second?
Sure.
Oh, look, I'm sorry about this afternoon.
Oh, hey, these things happen. I've gotten slots like that plenty of times myself.
Look, I got a problem, Lou. No, look. Would you put that back, please? My stomach is still a little queasy. It's about Judith and me.
Say, Lou. Oh, sorry. Is this business or personal?
Personal.
Guy talk, eh? After hours guy talk? That kind of getting closer together kind of talk? I can dig it. So, what are we rapping about? Murray's love life?
Ted, there is no love life. You see, Lou, that's my problem. Nothing... Nothing's happened. And I really don't want anything to happen. But, well, strangely enough, I keep feeling I'm missing something. I keep feeling that I'm missing a chance to experience a part of life that will never come again.
Say, Murray, I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, sometimes at home at night, lying in bed, I go crazy thinking about how much there is out there. How much to do, how much to see.
And I live on a quiet block.
Listen, Murray, it's not the things you do in life that you regret, it's the things you don't do.
I mean, in my whole life, I have only one regret, that on January 8th, 1964, I said to Holly Holmberg, I'm too busy tonight, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, Murray, there was no tomorrow. The carnival moved on.
Gee, Ted, it's kind of touching.
I'll say. That's the last shot I'll ever get at a trapeze artist.
Murray, you got something good. Don't mess it up.
I know, Lou. I mean, I've been happily married for 18 years. I mean, why do I want to start fooling around now?
Listen, Murray, anybody who's been married 18 years and hasn't fooled around isn't normal.
Ted, I was married 26 years and never fooled around.
Oh, 26, yeah, but not 18.
I mean, I don't understand myself, Lou. I mean, what I have is wonderful. Why do I want something that's different?
Man, can I can I interrupt? Let me put it on terms you can understand. Now, let's say you're the Minnesota Vikings. And every time you play the Green Bay Packers, it's a great game. But that doesn't mean that's the only team you want to play. You don't want to play them every Sunday for the rest of your life. Maybe the little Chicago Bears, Kansas City Chiefs, little Houston Oilers.
I get your point, Ted.
You not only made your point, you've listed the entire schedule of the Vikings away games. You gonna see her again?
No, that's the thing. She invited me up to her apartment tonight.
Her apartment? Her apartment? Well, end of discussion.
Look, she wants to sell me her piano.
A piano? In her apartment after hours after work? End of discussion.
Look, I need a piano.
Mary, take it from me. You don't want to play the piano. You want to play the Houston Oilers.
So, Lou, I mean, what do you think? Shall I go to her apartment or not?
No.
That's it?
You want a debate? Go to William Buckley. You want an answer? I gave you one.
Okay. Well, I better get going. I told Marie I'd be home at 11. Already, it's 7:15.
You're going there anyway, huh?
Yeah.
All right. But just remember, you start something tonight, you won't just be doing something you'll regret the rest of your life. You're going to be doing something a lot worse. You're going to be following Ted's advice.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mary, but when Ted called, I got so upset. He said Murray is having Judith on the side.
Oh, no. No, Murray and Judith had lunch.
I feel so guilty. I was the one that introduced them. I'll never be able to look Murray's wife in the face again.
Gee, I didn't know that you even knew Murray.
I don't, and now I never will.
Georgette, nothing's gonna happen. Murray's just going through a stage. He's wondering if women find him attractive.
Why doesn't he just do what Ted does? Stop them and ask them.
Hiya, Mare.
Murr.
Oh, hi, Georgette.
Hi. This is some coffee. Hey, Murray, has anyone ever told you you're an attractive man? Because you are, you know, you're a very attractive man.
Thanks.
That ought to do it.
Mare, you said I could talk to you any time.
Yeah, right.
Oh, look, do you have the time?
10 to 9?
Oh, I thought it was a little slow. I want to be home by 11.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna stop at Judith's apartment and look at her piano on the way home.
Uh-huh.
So what do you think?
Hey, Murr, don't do this to me.
Why?
I think you want some kind of permission, and you're just not gonna get it.
Coffee will be ready in a minute. Although why an attractive man like you needs coffee is beyond me.
Oh, I know what I have to ask you. Have either one of you seen this thing?
I did.
Yeah, what's it about?
It's wonderful. Paul Newman and Robert Redford.
No, the plot. Just describe the plot.
Well, they're sort of con men.
Con men, right.
Hey, Murr, why do you want her to describe the plot when it's playing right down the street and you could be sitting there Oh, Murray.
I don't understand why you said, oh, Murray. Just because he wants to know the plot of the movie in case somebody should ask him? Oh, Mary.
Everybody's finding out about me, and I haven't even done anything yet.
Excuse me, I'm going to the kitchen. I don't think you want to discuss this in mixed company.
Mary, don't you see? I mean, I gotta go there tonight to find out what I'm gonna do when I get there.
Hey, Murr, look, you and I have known each other a long time, right?
For a long time.
And we respect each other.
We respect each other.
And you know I'm not the kind of person to butt in.
Oh, never. You never butt in.
And I don't go in for little psychological insights into people. You know I never do that, right?
I know.
Good.
Until now.
Check. Murray, it is just, I don't think you want to go to see Judith at all. It's so clear. I mean, it's just so really clear. that if you wanted to see Judith, you would not be standing here chatting with me at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock? It's 9 o'clock? Look, I'll see you, Mayor.
Where's Murray going in such a hurry?
He's gonna buy a piano.
It must be some sale.
Here you are.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome very much.
Well, I see that's the piano, I suppose, hmm?
No, that's a copy. I keep the real one in my safe.
Hey, this is fun. It looks like a great piano. Why don't I just go over and give it a dry run?
It's been in my family for years. I learned my first Chopin nocturne on this piano, my first Bach prelude, my first Beethoven sonata.
It's a nice tone. Well, I don't really play, really, you know. I just fool around.
It's not bad for fooling around either.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, strangers in the night, exchanging glances, strangers in the night, exchanging glances. Hey.
A lovely singing voice.
You think so?
Yeah.
I just kid around. Hey, this is a great piano.
Oh, thanks.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, strangers in the night, exchanging glances, strangers in the night. We haven't talked about price. What are you asking generally? You know, in the vicinity, just generally.
Oh, in the general vicinity?
Yeah?
I was thinking about $3,000.
3,000? That's nice.
Good. Let's drink to that.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. You get sparks from the rug.
Maybe it's not the rug.
Oh, no. No, I've been on rugs before. You get plenty of sparks. Oh. Judith? Do you think you'll come down a couple of $100 on the...
Well, sure. Okay. How about $2,500?
Hey, terrific. That's great. I'll make out the deposit.
Murray, we don't have to discuss the piano tonight.
Oh, I know. Sure. Hey, it's 10 after 10.
That's right. It's 10 after 10. So what?
Well, see, this is the thing. I gotta be home by 11.
How far do you live?
Too far. But look, Judith, I want you to know that I think you're terrific.
Murray, it's all right. I understand. You don't have to explain.
Yeah, but I want to explain.
No, it's 10 after 10.
Well, that's all right. I got about 5 minutes left. Now, look, I want you to know that, well, I'm sorry that you wasted your evening.
Oh, I don't consider it a wasted evening.
No?
No. I've been trying to unload that lousy piano for years.
Well, good night.
Good night.
Hey, you know, I came here tonight because I wanted to find out what I would do when I got here. And I want to thank you. Because it's going to be nice going home knowing this is what I did. That's it, Mayor. That's all that happened.
Oh, Murray, I'm glad everything worked out. But listen, you didn't have to come all the way over here to tell me.
No, that's okay, Mary. It's only 11:15.
So everything's fine, huh?
Yeah, everything's fine. I just have one little problem.
What's that?
Well, I don't know how to explain to Marie that I bought a piano while I was watching The Sting.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Boy, Lou was right. Shopping for wedding presents on a Saturday afternoon is slow torture.
I think torture's supposed to be slow, Murray. What would be the point of fast torture?
If it were anyone but Rhoda getting married, I wouldn't have done it.
Well, she'll appreciate it, Mur. Gee, I just hope she likes what we got. It'll be a little difficult for her to fly back to Minneapolis to exchange them.
Oh, she'll love everything, Mary. Who wouldn't want silver on their dining room table?
The Lone Ranger.
Isn't the wrapping exquisite?
Sure
These
is.
bows take forever to tie.
Now, let's see. This is the silver nut dish that I got from Mr. Grant to send her. And
Oh, excuse
that's-
me. I think that is the nut dish. Yeah, this is my wine coaster.
No, this is the wine coaster.
Uh.
Well, this...
Actually, I think the wrapping was a little overdone anyway.
Hi. Hello, Mary Richards?
Yes?
I'm Gloria Munson. Carla Munson's little baby sister.
Carla Munson's little sister. Well, well.
I was like 100 years behind you at Roseburg High.
Roseburg High, right. Carla Munson.
She told me to look you up when I got to Minneapolis.
Oh, well, and I'm glad you did. Come on in.
Thank you.
I'd like you to meet Georgette Franklin and Murray Slaughter. This is Gloria Munson. She was 100 years behind me in school.
Gloria.
Sit down.
Thank you. I didn't mean to interrupt anything. Did you just have a birthday or something?
Oh, no, they're wedding presents for a friend who's getting married.
Ah, half my class is already married. I'm like the old maid, you know.
Right. Carla Munson. How is she?
Oh, exactly the same.
Good, good, good.
Listen, I gotta get home. Thanks for the help, man.
Yeah, thank
Hey,
you.
when is Rhoda getting married?
2 weeks.
Oh, perfect. Georgette might just have those presents rewrapped by then. Nice seeing you, Gloria.
Nice meeting you too, Mr. Slaughter. You know who else told me about you? Mrs. Northshield.
My old English teacher.
Right.
Oh, my.
Your biggest fan at Roseburg High. Mary Richards this and
Oh,
Mary
well.
Richards that. She never stopped talking about you.
Oh, how is she?
Dead.
Murray, is that good enough?
Oh, gee, Georgette, that's perfect. I mean, I'd never even know it had been unwrapped. Listen, you better mark it right away so we remember which one it is. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, no, thanks. I can't stay. Mary, I didn't mean to bother you at home. Well, I just wanted to ask you about your work.
You want to get into television, right?
That's why I looked you up. Carla said you were the one everybody turned to when they needed help. And I really need help.
Well, Gloria, I'd love to help, but there just aren't any jobs open at WJM right now.
I know. There are no jobs open anywhere.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you at least come in Monday, and I'll show you around anyway.
Oh, would you do that?
Sure.
Oh, wow. Oh, just to see the inside of a TV station would be such a kick. Well, shall I call you or what?
No, I tell you, why don't you just come in about 11? How's that?
Oh, fine. Oh, gee, thanks, Mary. Oh, goodbye, Miss Franklin. Bye. Gee, you're super.
Oh, come on.
Just like Carla said.
All right, but listen, I'm not promising anything, huh?
Okay.
Still, I can't turn down Carla Munson's sister. Who is Carla Munson?
Say, I forgot to ask you, Mary, what did I get Rhoda?
Oh, a beautiful silver nut dish.
A nut dish?
Yeah.
You mean like on a bar with peanuts, that kind of nut dish? And a guy on the next stool says, how about shoving that down this way, Max, so somebody else can have a few, that kind of nut dish?
Not exactly. No, this is a beautiful silver dish with a tiny, delicate engraving of a leaf on one side. Very delicate.
Yeah. Well, the one on my bar is nicer. It has a picture of Mr. Peanut.
Morning, people. Lou, are you available for a brief tete-a-tete ingenue?
So how come your talk always sounds like food?
Fudge. I need some advice. The station manager thinks my show needs improvement. You'd all laugh when I told you. Lou, how do I get him off my back?
Station manager, huh? Well, I know Ed Schroeder pretty well. He's always had a weakness for the ladies. If I were you, Sue Ann, well, you don't want to hear my suggestion.
Dear Lou, dear cryptic, bashful, dirty-minded Lou. I suppose I owe him the courtesy of listening to his vile suggestion.
Hi, guys. What do you think of the cleft in my chin? I noticed it was washing out under the studio light, so I darkened it with a ballpoint pen.
Looks like your face has a little blue belly button.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Mr. Slaughter.
Hi, Gloria.
Am I too early?
No, not at all. Gloria, this is Ted Baxter.
Ted Baxter. I watch you every night. How come there's ink on your chin?
He had squid for breakfast.
Who is this charming child?
This is Gloria Munson. She'd like to get into television.
Well, you've come to the right place, Gloria.
Well, Ted, actually, I already told her that we have no job openings.
All I want is a chance.
Well, I might be able to pull a few strings.
I'll do the lowest kind of unskilled work.
Watch it, Ted. Competition.
Lou, you should be ashamed of yourself. And thanks.
Sue Ann Nivens.
You know Sue Ann?
She is my idol. My absolute favorite television personality.
I don't believe I've met this adorable and perceptive youngster.
Sue Ann, this is Gloria Munson. She's looking for a job,
Is there any chance that I could watch you tape a show, Miss Nivens, in person? I never miss it. I even watch your reruns. I've seen your Pêche Flambée 6 times. And I know your dumplings by heart.
Who doesn't?
Oh, Murray. Murray, with your sly wit, it's a wonder you never became more successful.
Miss Nivens.
Oh, call me Sue Ann.
Well, may I watch you, please?
Certainly.
Is it all right, Mary?
Yeah, sure.
Perhaps I can help. I think television needs bright young women. Look at me. And even, to a certain extent, Mary.
This is like meeting royalty. It's all a wonderful dream. A whole chapter from my diary. Oh, Miss Nivens.
Good Wouldn't you love to be that age again?
I don't think I ever was.
Okay, Gloria, that's it for now.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Wilson.
Camera's back at 2 o'clock.
Gloria, hi. Sue Ann told me she gave you a job as her stand-in. That's terrific. Thought I'd just come down and see how you're doing.
Oh, it is all so exciting. I mean, I'm not just Sue Ann's stand-in. She lets me help her out in every way I can.
Yeah?
This morning, I peeled onions, cleaned a fish, scoured the oven, and unclogged a drain. Oh, Mary, isn't show business just wonderful?
Yeah. Hi, Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Hi. Ed, I'd like you to know my new stand-in, Gloria Munson. Gloria, this is Mr. Schroeder, WJM station manager.
Hello, Gloria.
Oh, it's such an honor to meet you, Mr. Schroeder. Wow, you look so young to have such an important job.
Well, I'm not all that young.
Ed's been making some more suggestions.
Oh, what kind of suggestions? I thought Sue Ann's show was very successful.
Oh, yeah, it is, Mary, but you can't rest on yesterday's laurels. The public demands change. You must have found that on your show.
Oh, yeah, we try to change the news almost every night. Well, listen, I gotta get going. I just wanted to say I think it's terrific the way things are working out.
Sue Ann, I feel that your show needs some changes, some new elements. Frankly, Jane Q. Public is getting a wee bit tired of the same old household hints every day.
The same old hints? Here's what I'm doing today. Tell me if these sound like the same old hints. Lemon juice your knickknacks? New life for your squeegee? Moisten your suction cups? Kiss soap dish jelly goodbye? Same old hints.
Mr. Schroeder, I know it's not my place to say anything, but I think Sue Ann's show is just wonderful, and I think you should be proud to present it on your station.
What a sweet, generous, accurate thing to say.
Of course, I'm sure there's not a TV show in the world that couldn't stand a few changes.
What sort of changes?
Well, since you asked, Sue Ann, I was thinking this morning, wouldn't it be terrific if... you don't want to hear this?
That's right, dear.
No, please, go ahead. I'd like to hear it.
Well, with everyone so concerned with physical fitness these days, why don't we demonstrate some calisthenics for housewives?
That's very interesting. As a matter of fact, it might appeal to the male audience. After all, men love to watch an attractive girl do gymnastics.
Marvelous idea, Gloria. I'll just lower the neckline on my leotards and... What sort of exercises did you see me doing?
Oh, something simple like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait a minute. I have got a terrific idea. Sue Ann, you can describe the exercises, and Gloria can demonstrate them.
On the air?
Of course.
Me? Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Now, why don't you both work up something for tomorrow's show, okay?
But...
Trust me. It's going to be terrific. Bye, Gloria.
Goodbye. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm actually going to be on television tomorrow. Oh, what do you think I should do for my first exercise?
What about a headstand?
You mean you just want me to stand on my head?
No. I want to stand on your head. Come in.
Hi, Sue Ann.
Hello, Mary.
Listen, I can't stay long. Something's come up at the newsroom. What did you want to talk to me about?
Mary, did you know the best time to cut a flower is when the bud turns soft?
No, I didn't. What did you want to talk to me about?
Well, just that Ed Schroeder now feels that the exercise spot works better with Gloria doing the whole thing.
Oh, so you mean as well as demonstrating them, she'll be describing them, too?
Yes. Did you know a lump of sugar will make your rosebuds open faster?
No, I didn't. Sue Ann, why do you keep changing the subject?
Because I'm arranging flowers, dear. If I concentrate on these aromatic blooms, I can create a floral fantasy. Whereas if I think about Gloria, I'm apt to rip their smelly little heads off.
Look, I think I understand how you feel.
Mary, let me fill you in. 3 days ago, he met her for the first time. The next day, he took her to lunch. Last night, he took her to dinner. Today, he's been calling her repeatedly on the telephone.
So she's sort of become his, protege?
Oh, Mary, how well you put things. This protege. I do like that word. Protege. From the French. Meaning your place or mine. Little Miss Muffet is after my job.
Oh, come on, Sue Ann, why does that have to follow? All right, so she's dating the program manager. So they become good friends, very good friends, assuming they do. All right, let's say they do. Let's assume that she is doing what you think she's doing. Why does that necessarily mean she's going to get your job?
How do you think I got it?
This is delicious, Mary. What's it called?
Well, I don't think it has a name. It's just a casserole.
It's wonderful. I love chicken and zucchini.
Georgette, this doesn't have either chicken or zucchini.
I know, but I love them. And I also love this. So this reminded me of them.
Gotcha.
When are you going to Rhoda's wedding?
What reminded you of that?
That was a new thought.
I leave Friday after work. Either Mr. Grant or Murray will drive me to the airport.
If I were you, I'd have them both do it. Just for the company. I'm afraid of flying. I once had a very bad experience in an airplane.
What happened?
It took off. That's why I don't think I'll be able to go to Rhoda's wedding.
Oh, Georgette, flying is perfectly safe. Don't you realize more accidents happen in the bathroom than in planes? Really?
Gee, Mary, if that's true, how come they don't sell bathroom insurance?
Sue Ann.
Hello, Mary. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, not at all. Come in. What brings you here?
I'm bugged and I need to talk to somebody, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, Georgette.
Hi, Sue Ann.
That looks good. What is it?
Not zucchini.
Would you like some?
Oh, no thanks, dear. As a rule, I enjoy amateur food, but I'm just too upset. Schroeder's finally done it.
What now?
Tomorrow, in addition to a regular exercise spot, Gloria will also be giving a little baking demonstration.
Why is Mr. Schroeder giving her her own baking spot on your show?
I don't know, dear. Perhaps he has a weakness for tarts.
Sue Ann, have you spoken to Mr. Schroeder?
Fat lot of good that would do. I'm out, Mary. Finished. Washed up.
Oh, no, Sue Ann, I don't believe that. She's an inexperienced 23-year-old kid. Come on. Look, personal feelings aside, Ed Schroeder is the station manager, and he's not about to make a star out of someone who's totally incompetent.
Of course not. He's the one who hired Ted.
The secret of Zavaglione tarts is to make the crust flaky as snow.
I'm sorry. I've got to turn the sound down. I just can't listen to her. I think she's flaky as snow.
What is Sue Ann doing during all this?
She's helping. See, those are her hands passing the ingredients to... See the ones with the very white knuckles? You know something, you're right. It's better with the sound off.
Sure, besides, I can give you a play-by-play. With her left hand, she's stirring some funny white glop with a wire thing that has loops. Now, with her right hand, she's pouring the glop. You know, a lot of little funny things that look like falsies.
Pastry shells, Ted.
Correction, I'm informed the technical term for falsies is pastry shell.
I just can't believe it. Gloria seemed so sweet.
Well, not to me. I spotted Gloria the minute she walked in here. Something about her looked phony to me.
Maybe she was wearing pastry shell.
You know what I can't figure out is what that dummy Schroeder sees in her. I mean, I know he's the boss around here, but I saw the show with my own eyes. In my own objective opinion, Gloria was awful. Good. Awfully good.
Wasn't she, guys? Wasn't she something, that Gloria?
Listen, there's going to be a celebration down on the set, and I want you all to be there.
Right behind you, Chief.
Have you tasted these? Gloria made them all herself. Have
They
one.
look wonderful.
They're Napoleon's. And after all, you are our emperor.
Long live the Emperor.
I'm so glad you could all come to our little party. People, you must try some of Gloria's creations. Have some croquembouche.
Just my luck. I had croquembouche for breakfast.
Mary, isn't Gloria's pastry delicious?
You know something, Sue Ann? You're being more than sportsmanlike.
Yeah, you got a lot of class, Sue Ann.
A champ.
Really, you're being terrific.
Just terrific.
I'm impressed.
Me too.
What are you up to?
Mary, can't you just accept the fact that I'm bowing out gracefully?
No.
Folks of WJM, I guess it's no secret that a star was born today.
It's no secret a star was born today.
Which, of course, is not to take anything away from our own Sue Ann Nivens, who has always done a super job.
Always done a super job.
Right. Personally, I do not believe that a show can operate efficiently with 2 stars.
Efficiently with 2 stars.
So here's my solution. Maybe our station is better off without stars. After all, if we've got good people working together as equals, who needs stars? Let's just do away with stars.
Schroeder, you're making a fool of yourself over abroad.
Oh, boy.
What is it?
I ate that, what do you call it, too fast. I think I gave myself a real bellyache.
Oh, Murr, that's too bad. I'll get you some bicarbonate.
Oh, thanks.
Did you eat that Mogan Bush thing?
We all ate different things, Lou. Why?
I don't feel so good.
Me either. Is it sort of like you swallowed a hot mitten?
More like a percolator.
Now your knees shaky?
And I'm sweating behind the ears. What is it?
Maybe we're in love.
Here you go, Murr. Go down.
Thanks, man.
On second thought, save some for me.
You too?
Mm-hmm.
Good news, people. I think we got food poisoning.
From what?
Cream fillings. Apparently, they were left unrefrigerated.
Everybody's got it?
Everybody. You should see Ed Schroeder. It's all the poor lamb can do to lift his head and scream at Gloria.
When the red robin comes, Come on, guys, it's magic time. Mustn't keep my public waiting.
We can't afford to lallygag.
Don't say gag, Ted.
You know something, Sue Ann? Suddenly, I'm getting this awful suspicion.
Don't blame Gloria, Mary. The child's a neophyte. She's green.
She's not the only one.
It's an understandable accident. Hot lights will make cream go bad like that.
You mean Gloria made the mistake of not refrigerating the cream?
No. Gloria made the mistake of asking me to do it.
Sue Ann, you knew, and you stood there, and you let us eat that cream.
Mary, I ate it too. For the good of the show. After all, as I said to Gloria just now, bending down to where she was lying under the sink. Can't stand the heat, dear. Get out of my kitchen.
Well, food poisoning or no food poisoning, I've never yet missed our show.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lou, but it only lasts a few hours.
Good evening, this is Ted Baxter with headlines and deadlines from around the world, Washington. In a statement on the economy released early today, President Ford said...
Uh-oh.
Boy, I love Fridays. I'm even looking forward to the drive to the airport, especially after the way I felt last night.
Oh, I know. I mean, suppose that had happened today. I wouldn't have been able to go to New York. I would have missed Rhoda's wedding.
Don't worry. If you didn't show up, Rhoda would postpone the wedding. You ready?
Yeah, but listen, Mr. Grant, you don't both have to drive me to the airport.
I want to go. They got a great bar at the airport. I want to check out their nut dish.
Well, Mayor, off to the airport, eh?
Yep.
Well, have fun in Fun City.
Thank you, Ted.
I just can't get over having that thing hit me last night right on camera. But if I do say so myself, I think I covered pretty well. I doubt if anyone even knew I was sick.
Except for that one time you looked into the camera and yelled, "If there is a doctor within the sound of my voice, please help."
Oh, hi, Mary. I see you're off.
Yep.
Now, you have fun at that wedding.
Oh, thanks.
And don't forget to kiss all the ushers for me.
Sue Ann, you don't kiss the ushers in a wedding.
Mary, dear, don't tell me how to have fun at a wedding.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
You think of anything?
No, you?
No, I can't think of anything.
Me neither.
What about...
Huh?
No, it stinks.
Mary, you can't get an idea by being negative. Let's try being positive. Who knows, maybe your idea will be terrific.
Okay. What about a documentary on women's changing role?
That stinks.
I know. Mr. Grant, this is crazy. We finally get the money to do a documentary, and we can't even think of one. All right, I tell you what. Sit down. I'll just throw out a lot of ideas really fast. You know, just anything to get us thinking. Doesn't have to be good. Just anything. Move us into the fresh areas. Just real fast, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it'd be better if we went slow.
I'll tell you what. I cut some magazine articles out a little while ago. Why don't we look through them? Maybe we'll get an idea.
Yeah. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Bill. New dress. You like it?
Oh, very much.
Lou,
Huh?
you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
I saw it on the rack and I thought, oh, but it's so glamorous. Do I dare to wear something this glamorous? I mean, I'm not a model or anything. The very idea. I mean, me, a model? Me? A model? What I'm saying is, I am too plain to ever be a model under any circumstances, whatsoever.
Well, Well, no, Phil. You could maybe be a model. I don't know.
Oh, Mary, you're just saying that.
Phyllis, we're working here. What do you want?
Well, the ballet opens tonight, and I was wondering if I could possibly borrow some earrings.
Well, I don't have any.
I hate everything I have. I'm absolutely desperate.
All right, just a minute.
They're dancing Coppelia tonight. Such a beautiful ballet. As the curtain opens, the bell ringers alight, quickly followed by wildflowers.
Phyllis, we are working here. We are working. We are looking for an idea for a documentary.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah?
What about the rising public interest in the supernatural?
Hey, you know, Mr. Grant, that's not a bad idea. What do you think?
No, that's not too bad. That could be pretty interesting.
Thank you. Mary, great. Uh-huh. Don't you have anything a little nicer? No, never mind. My hair'll help cover them. Anyway, Mike has never seen them.
Mike?
Uh-huh. Mike. The guy I go out with. I need them to be nice and tight for when I toss my head back in that way I have.
Phil, what do you mean the guy you go out with? I mean, does...
Oh, I guess I should explain. As you know, Lars and I have this perfect marriage based on mutual respect and esteem. There's just one problem. When it comes to culture, Lars is a pinhead. So I've got myself a companion. Really bright, interesting guy. He and I go to the ballet, concerts, and museums together. Lars, of course, totally approves.
I see.
I know it's a daring new concept, the idea that a man and woman can be just friends. But I've always been a pioneer. If you'll remember, Mary, Lars and I had the first water pick in the building.
Oh, excuse me, I was looking...
Mike!
Oh, hi, Phyllis. Lars told me you were up here.
Oh, Mike, this is my friend Mary Richards. Mike Tedesca.
Mary? Hi.
Come in, please.
Do we have time to sit and chat?
Yeah, sure, we got time.
Lou?
Huh?
This is Mike Tedesca, Lou Grant.
Oh, hi, Mike.
Lou?
So, you like the ballet, huh?
I certainly do.
Yeah, I never been myself.
Well, you should go.
Yeah, I've been meaning to.
Well, I mean, there's something really beautiful about the way they move. The timing, the coordination, it's like watching a double play from Reese to Robinson to Hodges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was some team. Billy Cox III?
Farillo on right?
Ah!
Isn't it wonderful how Mike manages to relate to everyone at his own level? Well, I think we should be going. We don't want to be late for Coppelia.
Right. Well, it's nice meeting you both.
Yeah, same
Thank
here.
you.
Good meeting you. Say, Phyllis, thanks for that idea on the supernatural.
Oh, yeah, it should make a great documentary.
I know. When Channel 4 did it last week, it was wonderful.
Anyway, Mike seemed like a terrific guy. Oh, I don't mean it that way, Murray. I mean, he just wasn't what I expected, you know? I mean, he really was terrific.
Phyllis going out with another man? Why, that's disgusting. A married woman playing around behind her husband's back? Oh, that's just disgusting.
Ted, it's not what you think. Mike isn't interested in Phyllis for that sort of thing.
Oh, I get it. You mean the guy's a little...
Why do you assume? I mean, the man is not.
Not what? I mean, you and I are talking about the same thing, aren't we?
Yes, Ted, we're talking about the same thing, and he's not.
Oh, hi. I had an appointment on the 19th floor, and I figured, what's 4 floors between friends, huh? Hi, Lou.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
How you doing?
Mike, I'd like you to meet Murray Slaughter and Ted Baxter. This is Mike Tedesca.
Hello, Mike.
Murray?
Nice to meet you. Oh. Oh. Mike, hello.
Hello.
So, how was the ballet?
Oh, it was great. Just great.
Ballet, huh?
Yeah.
What role do you play?
Ted, Mike isn't in the ballet. Mike went to the ballet.
Oh, well, either way, it's all right with me. And I've never cared what a guy's race, religion, or sex is. I mean, black or white, Jew or Gentile, AM or FM. I mean, what the heck, we're just all people.
Some of us are. Come on, Murray. It's your turn not to think of an idea for a documentary. Good seeing you, Mike.
Nice meeting you. Well, hello.
Hello.
I lied. I didn't have an appointment on the 19th floor.
Oh?
Nope, it was on the 11th floor, but, well, you know, 4 floors is one thing, but going 12 floors for someone else, that's a commitment.
So, how was the ballet last night? I asked you that, didn't I?
Yeah, listen, this old friend of mine, a guy named Angie I grew up with in New York, I've never forgotten his mother's cooking. Well, by some wild chance, she's come out here. Mrs. Biamonte, his mother, has opened up a restaurant. I went there a couple of nights ago, and Mary, it has, without a doubt, the worst food in the world. So the point is, Mary, how would you like to have dinner with me someplace else?
Oh. Well, Mike, I'd love to, but the thing is, I'm just so very busy here. You know, just, well, I know it doesn't look busy here, you know, but underneath where it's really very busy, it's just, well, so much work I can't even think about it.
Well, look, if you should suddenly find yourself free, why don't you call me? I'll give you my number.
Good.
And if you should lose this paper, don't worry, I'm in the book.
Okay.
And if you should lose the book, don't worry, I'll call you.
Mike, thanks for stopping by. Well, just, yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, so long.
So long. Well, he seemed like a nice guy.
Here he is. He just asked me out.
Oh?
Of course, I said no. I mean, he's Phyllis's friend. Well, Phyllis's platonic friend, you know, but still, well, I'll be in editing if you...
Okay.
That guy asked Mary out, huh?
Yeah.
I just hope he's not trying to use her to get to me.
Mary, come in.
Hi, how you feeling?
Oh, not the same.
Aw, well, I got you the magazine and the ice cream.
Oh, Mary, great. Ever since I was a teeny tiny little girl, whenever I get sick, my mommy propped me up in bed, bring me a lot of magazines and ice cream. And now you brought me magazines and ice cream. Thank you, Bobby.
I got vanilla.
Thank you, Bobby. I love vanilla. Whenever I loved something, I'd say, I love it. But not just with vanilla. Whenever I liked something, I'd say I rubbed it. Like I rub candy. I rub licorice. I rub daddy. I rub mommy.
Phyllis, you're making me nauseous. Look, is there anything else you need? Prescriptions, medicine, anything like
Mary. That's probably Mike.
Mike?
Come in, Mike!
Hey, hi, Mary.
Hello.
Phyllis.
Oh, hi, Mike. I tried to call you at the office, but you were gone. I got the sniffles.
Oh, that's terrible. Poor thing.
I hate to have you miss the ring of the Nibelungen just because Dubby caught a dumb germ. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you take Mary?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you know, I was just about to suggest the same thing myself.
No, thank you.
Why not?
Please, I'll feel terrible if you don't go.
Well, okay.
Well, good. Hey, come on, we better go. I know these Wagnerian operas. They don't seat anybody during the last 6 hours.
Yeah.
Phyllis, I hope you feel better.
Oh, thank you. Mary, could I see you for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Look, I'll bring the car around front, okay?
Okay.
Mary, could you bring me back something after the opera?
Sure, Phil. What do you want?
Mike.
Operator, would you ring that number again? Oh, hello, Brenda? Hi, it's Mary. Is Rhoda Rhoda there. Oh. Do you know when she'll be back? Uh-huh. No, that's all right. Just tell her I called. Bye-bye.
No.
Well, that's all right.
Don't get up, Mary. No, don't get up. Rhoda lives in New York, doesn't she?
Yeah, Mr. Grant, she does.
Mary, why are you making all these long-distance calls?
Well, Mr. Grant, it's just that sometimes things happen in my life, and I need to talk to Rhoda. I need her advice.
Well, why don't you use me?
Mr. Grant, I'm sorry to laugh. It's just, it's the last thing in the world I would talk to you about.
Oh, no. Don't get up. Sit down. The last thing in the world you talk to me about. I'm your friend, right?
Right.
And you're always talking to me about why don't I break away from this thing about men are only good for some things and women are only good for other things. I mean, why does a woman have to feel she can only confide in a woman? Why can't she confide in a man just as well?
Okay, all right, Mr. Grant. I'm going to give it a try. I think I'm going to be sorry, but I'll give it a try.
Hey, Lou, you want to go to lunch?
I can't. Mary's going to confide in me.
Oh, yeah? What's the trouble?
Well, it's the kind of thing I usually don't talk to men about.
But I knocked the pegs out from under her, and now she's got it.
Well, you know this guy, Mike, who came to the news room, the friend of Phyllis.
Right.
Well, he and I have gone out about 4 or 5 times in the last couple of weeks, and I'm beginning to feel a little funny about it, you know? I mean, he's Phyllis's friend.
Well, how serious is it between you and Mike?
Oh, no, it's not serious at all. I mean, no, we're just friends.
You mean he's never made a pass at you?
No.
Oh, maybe Ted was right about that guy.
Now I know why women never confide in men.
Hold it. Sit down, Mary. Please. Now, I've been listening outside that door in silence long enough. And do you seriously believe that a guy and a chick can go out 5 times together and nothing happens? I mean, do you? When it goes against nature.
Yes.
And the man upstairs decreed that there would be 2 kinds of people in this world, male and female. He did it for a reason. Now, some people are squeamish about saying what that reason is, but I'm not afraid. I'll come right out and say it. The reason is SEX. That's why he made men and women different from each other. He wanted them to have SEX. If he didn't want them to have SEX, he would have made us all the same. That way, there would have been just one kind of person in this world. Flat all over.
Mary, I've been meaning to return these earrings for 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Don't you just hate people who borrow things and never return them? Which reminds me, how's Mike?
He's fine.
Oh, good. Mary, you want to hear something funny? This will really amuse you. Remember when you told me yesterday that you and Mike were going to that concert? Well, when I pictured you and Mike at the concert, swaying to the seductive strains of Mahler's Kindertoten Lieder. Well, I actually felt a little pang of jealousy. Isn't that hysterical?
Hey, Bill, you know, if you're upset because Mike and I are seeing each other...
Mary, dear, funny, sweet, loony Mary. I'm delighted that you and Mike are hitting it off so well. Oh, Mary, I wanted to ask you, are you doing anything later?
Yeah, I'm going out with Mike.
Oh, okay. Some other time.
Okay.
Isn't that funny? I just felt that same pang again. It's the most amusing phenomenon. One minute you're having this civilized discussion with your dearest friend, and suddenly you have a primitive urge to see her covered with honey and tied to an anthill. I would never ask you to stop seeing him. I would never ask you to. Never, never, never.
Phyllis, if you want to talk about this, I'll be glad to talk about it with you, but not as long as you're acting this way.
Acting? Acting how, my dear?
Phil, come on. For once in your life, will you say what you mean? Will you just talk plain?
Okay, cutie. You want plain? I'm going to give you plain. That dude isn't going to be interested in a cultural evening with a happily married housewife when he's got Action City, USA.
Phyllis, if that's what's bothering you, let me put your mind at rest. My relationship with Mike is totally platonic. I mean, totally.
Well, it's none of my business. But I must say, I am surprised. Because even though he knows I'm married, off limits, verboten, no parking here. He's been so steamed up, I was afraid I was going to have to hose him down.
Really?
No. Not really. Isn't that pathetic? How sad it is that I have to make up these pathetic little lies to make it sound like men find me irresistible.
Oh, Phil, come on. Mike obviously enjoyed going out with you.
Well, I hope you're right, Mary. Because these last few weeks have been so important to me to have someone to dress up for. Oh, I know I can dress up for Lars, but somehow it seems silly to put on your best ensemble for a man who's walking around the house with a sweatshirt that says, "I'd rather be sailing."
Listen, I know how you feel. You don't have anything to worry about. Mike and I are not involved.
Oh, Mary, that makes me feel so much better. You were right, Mary. We should always be honest with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Let's really be honest. You know that stupid thing women have about telling their ages? Let's tell.
I'm 34.
Well, apparently it's easy for you. But now I'm going to tell you my age for the first time. And it isn't easy. I am 43 years old. That's right, Mary, 43. Aren't you going to say something?
Boy, are you old. Come on, I'm kidding. Hi.
Hi.
I just get my coat and we can go.
Mary, would you mind very much if we didn't go to a movie tonight?
No, to tell you the truth, I think if I see one more French film about a sensitive schoolboy who learns all about life from a voluptuous yet sensitive older woman.
Who's his mother?
Right. Would you like a drink?
No, I don't think so. Well, Mary, would you mind very much if I broke our date this evening?
No.
But look, something's come up and I don't have much time. Can we talk?
Yeah, sure.
Look, we've gone out 4 or 5 times, right?
Right?
You've probably wondered why I haven't tried anything.
Oh, no. Yes, as a matter of fact, I have.
Well, look, I used to go with this girl named Sharon. As a matter of fact, well, we lived together for about 3 years.
You never tried anything with her either?
Look, anyway, we broke up about a month ago. That's when I started going out with Phyllis. I had hoped it would sort of take my mind over things, but, Mary, it hasn't worked. I've been pretty unhappy without Sharon. And as it turns out, Sharon's been pretty unhappy without me. And, well, so we're going to get married.
Oh, Mike. Hey, that's wonderful.
Thanks.
Have you told Phyllis?
No, I'll tell her right now.
Mary. Yeah, come in. Hi.
Mary, do you have any dental floss? Lars won't eat his dinner until he knows he can floss when he finishes.
Yeah, I'll get some. Come in. Come on.
Mike. How's tricks?
Hi, Phyllis. I want to tell you something.
Oh?
You remember my mentioning Sharon, don't you?
Yes.
Well, I saw her this afternoon, and we straightened things out. We're going to get married.
Oh, Mike, how nice. Have you told Mary?
Yeah, I just told her.
Oh, poor Mary. Poor, dear, brave, gallant Mary. Here's your floss.
Well, look, you know, I better be going. Mary, Sharon's waiting for me.
Okay.
So,
Well, Mike, I just hope that you and Sharon will be as happy in your marriage as Lars is in mine.
thanks. And, Mary, I'd just like to say that if it hadn't been for Sharon...
Oh,
Well, all I want to say is I think you're terrific. And
thanks.
Phyllis?
Yes, Mike?
Phyllis, there are no words to describe you.
Thank you.
But look, maybe someday we'll all get together.
Sure. Someday you and Sharon, Phyllis and I can go dancing.
So long.
Goodbye. Oh, Mary, you poor, dear, sweet, broken-hearted sparrow. Broken-hearted? Mary, don't try to hide the pain. I know how deeply you cared for Mike.
Phil, come on. I told you Mike and I were just friends, that's all.
Mary, don't try to be brave. Come on, you can cry on my shoulder. It's just an inexpensive Celanese Fortrell.
Phyllis, in your own peculiar way, you really care about me, don't you?
Care about you, Mary? Oh, I love you.
I've been thinking. You know that platonic relationship that Lars and Phyllis and Mike were having? What do you call that, open marriage?
Yeah?
Well, maybe that would be a good idea for a documentary.
You know, it might be.
No, I don't like it, Lou.
Huh?
No, I don't go for the idea of married people dating other people on a purely friendly basis.
Oh, come on, Murray. Hasn't there ever been a woman in your life who was a friend and a companion without any physical contact?
Yeah, my wife.